There we go. What did you have to do?
I got it. Don't worry.
I can't hear you.
I can hear you fine,
I
Colby.
can't hear you, Nick. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Talk now.
Yep.
Nope. Nope. The stream can hear me.
Turn your computer volume.
I'm
up.
watching the stream and the stream can hear me, but I can't hear you guys. Can hear me. Turn your computer volume. I'm watching the stream and the stream can hear me, but I can't hear you guys.
So who do we think the first big trade's going to be?
I can only hear you through the stream. I don't know. I gotta figure this out.
You get that figured out, and we will we'll continue here.
Oh, I got it. I think.
All right.
I got it. Oh, I got it.
All right. So leave the YouTube channel.
I did.
Yeah.
I had it on my speaker. I had my microphone set as the opposite and the speaker set as the other. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right. Who do we think the first pick's going to be? I wonder who.
I mean, the first pick's obviously Caleb. I think the first three picks are pretty much locked. It's just a matter of what happens after that and how much the Colts pay for Marvin Harrison at 4.
Nick, you got that after coming.
Still?
Yeah.
I should be wearing my Saints jersey.
Who's on your Saints jersey?
Kamara.
Solid gotta have.
You'll only be able to have that for like one more year?
Yeah, well, there's. I mean, Olave would probably be the next one, but who knows? We'll probably get rid of him the second I buy his jersey.
Why don't you want a Derek Carr jersey?
Yeah, I will never buy a Derek. Echo? I don't hear an echo on Nick's side.
I think you just want to buy. I'm hearing echo on me.
Yeah, there's. I think there's gonna be some bold moves. I think there's gonna be quite a few trades, and I think that could possibly be starting with the Chargers at 5. The only team that I think would trade, like the teams that are fighting to get into 3 with the Patriots are the Giants and the Vikings, and they want Drake May at 3. But it's just a matter of if they have the capital to get up there to the Patriots. And I think the Patriots only trade back if they are basically assured to get J.J. McCarthy, which means I think it's more likely they would trade with the Giants at 6.
Yeah. I mean, someone could move with the Cardinals too. I wouldn't put that out of question.
I just can't see the Cardinals. I just think the Cardinals are taking Marvin Harrison.
Oh, their GM is Frisky.
Yeah, but do you see their wide receiver room?
Yeah, it's bad, but it doesn't mean they can't come back into the top 10.
Yeah, but I just don't think I think it would be a haul. Like I said, I think for a team, especially after 10, it's going to take 3 firsts and maybe a player.
All right, if you're the Cardinals, would you trade with the Bengals?
I'm not getting an echo.
And their first round pick?
Say that again?
If you're the Cardinals, would you trade with the Bengals to get T. Higgins and their first round pick?
I don't know. I just think it's going to take mountains to get into this top 3-4 range. Even 5, like for the Vikings to get to 5, they're going to have to get rid of 11, 23, and possibly a future first or something to get. I don't have the stream pulled up. If there's a, I don't hear an echo on any of your guys' side.
I hear it from Colt and myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go to your audio settings and make sure that. Oh, there's an. Is there an echo now?
Trying to figure it out.
There's an echo.
Oh, I'm good now.
What?
I'm good now. I don't hear myself. Nick,
You hear yourself now?
Oh, you're echoing.
Yeah, now I'm echoing. This is terrible. This is our first time ever doing something like this, but in the setting, there's a audio setting that says echo cancellation. Do not turn this off unless you have a high quality microphone and are wearing headphones.
So turn it off. Everyone should turn it off. Nope.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, hopefully it's not too bad.
You guys, I don't hear it
Hopefully it just
anymore.
goes away. I think we're good now.
All right, well, let's just don't touch any settings.
All right. So just so we're on the same page here, let's make sure that we're not giving away the picks here. So whoever it was me that had the music playing. All right. So no volume on your phones, the drafts, unfortunately. But I mean, that's just
You're talking to PB Schefter over here. The guy has Twitter notifications on like 100 accounts for any trade that comes in. We're going to know about it through PB before the TV for sure.
I know,
PB.
but I don't know if I want to give away a pick before.
No, don't be giving away picks here.
Yeah, but so
I
like,
should have hardwired my internet in, so I'm not delayed.
I'm on YouTube TV, which I know streaming is a little bit delayed, but
Me too.
so right now, what's your wish list, Corey, as a Colts fan? I know you've talked about it in our private chat, but for anyone listening, for the 3-4 people listening.
Well, it is going to be the package to trade up for Marvin Harrison Jr.
So the dream.
Yep, that's the dream.
Got Eminem
Trade up
here.
to the Bears to either get Rome or Malik if they're available. Stay at 15, and hopefully Brock Bowers falls. That would be ideal. Mitchell, Arnold, Tajin, either of those guys there. I think that's really about it. The one I would probably be upset with is Worthy going at 15. That's way too high for him. Adion Mitchell. I mean, I think it's still too high for him. And I don't want to trade back. I know we don't have a lot of draft capital this year, but I'd rather not do that. But as long as we don't trade out of the first round, if we stay in the first round, I'm okay, I guess, with moving back a little bit and recouping picks in the second round. But definitely don't want to go out of the first.
I feel like Brock Bowers is the perfect landing spot for the Colts, and I'd love to see you trade up for him. I think if you keep Pittman, Josh Downs had a pretty solid year last year as a rookie. So I think you have some decent receivers, obviously. And if you could add a weapon for a young quarterback who could maybe just, get some shorter passes, easier throws, a few checkdowns here or there, and a reliable target underneath, I think that would help your offense more than another wide receiver. I mean, Marvin Harrison maybe, but I think Brock Bowers and Marvin Harrison are the two guys we'll consider generational in this draft. So I don't think you have to trade up as far as Bowers.
In my personal opinion, Brock Bowers is going to be the steal of the draft. I after Caleb, like I get QB needy teams like have to kind of just take shots on quarterbacks until they hit on one because like it's obviously the most important position in football. When you don't have one, like you just need to constantly take shots really until you hit on one. But like outside of that, like I just think Brock Bowers is the second best like player in this draft. And I think whatever team gets him is looking good. And I think secretly he's high on a lot of these teams' boards, and there's going to be people trying to trade up to get him. I think the Jaguars are a possible contender to get him too,
Even with the Ingram?
even with Ingram.
Wow.
I think they'd be fine running out double tight end sets, just causing trouble for teams with Christian Kirk. Like I think they'd be perfectly fine with that. I just think a lot of teams are high. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers take him. I did sprinkle some money on Chargers first pick to be tight end. They could trade back. I know JC Latham is kind of the favorite if they traded back to go there, but I don't know. I'm taking shots on Bowers.
Shout out Duval Nation. I think they could
Duval.
use another receiver. I think Evan Ingram's pretty good. So
No, but two
who are
tight
they
end
going to
sets we've
replace
seen
with Calvin
worse.
Ridley?
What?
They didn't get anyone else, did they? They lost
No.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, but Brock Bowers is a weapon. Like to me, as a receiver, he's like to me, he like even ahead of Marvin Harrison, to be honest. Like I think I'd rather have Brock Bowers as just a straight up receiver weapon over Marvin Harrison. And it just because you just create so many more mismatches with we've seen it time and time again. All these elite contending teams during the Brady area with Gronk, Hernandez, with Mahomes, Travis Kelce, with you have George Kittle consistently their team going far. A lot of these elite tight ends are big difference makers.
Yeah, no question. I mean, look at Travis Kelce. He's the biggest difference maker out there.
Yeah, and the Chiefs never needed a receiver.
Yeah.
They can just have him. I think Brock
As long
Bowers
as the Bengals don't get him, I'll be happy. I'll be
think
so
it'd be
upset if they get him.
a bit of a longer shot for them to get him. Again, I think they'd have to trade up to get him, but
I think it was at plus 900. I sprinkled a
it's
little.
1,100 now.
Is it?
Last I checked. Right now is when if you check, I actually haven't checked.
Yeah, lines are
when
moving
you're gonna
crazy.
This is when you see odds just starting to shift.
This pick should take literally 30 seconds.
No, they'll wait the whole time.
I hope they missed the pick, like the Vikings did back in like 2003.
I
didn't get the pick in
let's
time.
see if my $200 to win $1.
I mean, what a bet! That was probably the worst bet you could possibly make.
I was expecting because I'm like I couldn't. There's some bets where it limited me to like $3 or $4. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised they accepted that one, but it's funny which ones they choose to let me bet like higher limits and which ones they like. Patrick Paul to go in the first round, an offensive lineman. It was like plus 500 odds. They only allowed me to bet like $3 on that.
It's so random.
I know.
Or how they calculate that.
Most of the ones I bet it was very limited. Okay. So you can't the first 3 picks are off the board. Marvin Harrison is now the first pick at number 4 that you could take and so on. So
I think I'd almost sprinkle that in terms of if they trade out, he's going to go. I mean, I guess the Colts would take him if they trade up to that high, but I mean, it's not. I mean, it's probably
that pick number 5 has probably the best value. The lowest odds you can get are plus 200. So you basically bet on
the pick, the one that
AJ.
I'm so mad that I did not bet earlier and I was considering it. You could have gotten like 100 to 150 to 1 odds on the number 8 pick being Brock Bowers. And I knew like the Falcons wouldn't take him, but Brock Bowers has always been a candidate to like trade up for, and Falcons are in a perfect position to trade back. The perfect position to trade back, and so it would be a team trading up for Bowers, and you could have got 100 to 150 to 1. I'm mad I didn't.
I was going to say he's not that high now.
No, he's
only
plus 350. He was plus 10,000 to plus 15,000 a few days ago.
That's crazy.
I got Quinyon Mitchell, but he's even you can get him at plus 3,000 now to go at pick 8. And so I got a worse number on him, which is and he's probably not going at pick 8 anymore.
They took off the NFL draft on the on the Hard Rock book.
Yeah, you
There's
can only get it on draft. Why are they taking so long?
I don't know. This needs
I
to
think
be
they're rethinking it.
No,
Snippy
I don't
snappy.
think so, Nick.
They saw his fingernails painted and like, yeah, well, he's not for Chicago. That's so weird that they took NFL off the board for Hard Rock.
Maybe the Chargers are trying to trade Herbert to the Bears for the number 1 pick.
That would be
There's no way he gets traded, right?
PB says no.
I don't
For
think
what?
Why would you get rid of Herbert?
The Chargers are not trading Herbert.
I'm just saying there's a lot of there's a rumor.
That is 1,000% not happening. I don't know why that's even a thing.
It's a thing because CTE ESPN.
Yeah, the stupidest news source that just says random stuff.
He retired as a Raider. That's so funny.
The fact that I was able, you could have got almost even money on Drake May to go number 3 yesterday, and now it's like a lock. He's going pretty much 3.
I did not take advantage of that. The ones that I have available or that I have up, long shot here, Bills to draft Xavier Worthy at plus 850. Vikings to select JJ plus 150. Colts to select Bowers plus 300. Keon Mitchell.
Bowers was only plus 300.
Yeah, Keon Mitchell.
I guess they're one of the favorites to get him.
Yeah, Mitchell will be selected first defensive player at plus 1,500. Bowers at pick 10 plus 180. 80 on Mitchell under 27.5. JJ McCarthy shot in the dark a couple weeks ago. Second overall.
Pick is in.
100.
All right, give me my one. Nick, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Nicholas?
Can't believe it now.
Come on, give me my $1. Let's start the betting night off, right?
Would they allow you to get $200 in?
I mean, they probably would have allowed me to get more. I know the CEO of ETR got 5,000 down to win. Like, might have been 500 at the time he took it, which was a few weeks ago.
How?
What?
How did he get those odds at that time?
What do you mean? Caleb Williams wasn't minus 20,000 until
I know,
last night or minus.
No, he was still like minus 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I guess 5,000. Yeah. All right, here we go. Shout out to Alex, Bears fan, not here.
I know. Yeah,
He couldn't bear to watch them fumble this.
Drake May.
Big surprise.
All right.
All right. Caleb Williams off the board. Just
That
as we
took way
expected.
too long. I hate when they do that.
He's got a nice Bears navy suit on, colored suit.
silver nails, right?
Just glad he's not wearing a dress.
Looking fly.
He's probably going to be in one of the easiest situations a rookie quarterback has ever walked into. If we're being honest, he has DJ Moore, Keenan Allen,
And possibly a third weapon, depending on where they go.
Yeah, when's the last time a rookie had that?
And a solid offensive line.
I think DeAndre Swift's an awesome running back for a young QB. He's a perfect check down type of back.
I'm trying to think. Who came
Corey, you excited to play them?
Yeah, I mean, he's a rookie.
Okay.
He's just a rookie, man.
He's just got to. He's not God. So
I know. I was wondering if you were excited to play him.
yeah, decided to pick Sixum to the house.
I mean, I
Sure
was
you are.
looking back at the last 10 number one picks, and you could argue only 3 out of the 10 were like really worth it.
Burrow, Miles Garrett. I would put
And-
Lawrence. I
And
still
maybe
think
Trevor
would win.
Lawrence was who I was thinking would be borderline a third,
Well,
but
you just added another good one now.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Winston, Goff.
Well, you know what
Yeah.
I think about Winston.
No, I think Caleb Williams is a lot better than those two, but
Your Cavs are getting smoked.
it's all right. We're up 2-0.
All right, so has to be Jane Daniels, right?
Yep. Jaden Daniels will be number 2. Drake May will be number 3. Marvin Harrison 4, and then the draft begins.
Marvin Harrison to the Colts. The trade is in. I don't see why they don't trade out of that position as the Cardinals. Like you could get a haul.
They need a lot. They need
They
a
do
lot of
need a lot.
players.
I agree. I think that's what they're asking. They're asking for the haul. I just don't think there's a team willing to give them the haul because I don't think in the Cardinals' mind 2 firsts is worth it. Like to them, they want 3 firsts. They want the pick this year. They want. I mean, the Vikings.
The Vikings could give you 2 first
They could
round
give them 2
picks.
this year and 1 next year, or a player.
One.
But like, I think it's because they're asking for the haul, and that there's not a team willing to give the haul. That's the problem.
Oh, so then you play the mindset of like, okay, if they're so say they take 2 firsts and whatever, just say 2 firsts and a second next year, whatever it might be, and they move back. Like if they think that this class is deep in receivers, which is obviously what they need, like
I don't know if they think that. I really don't think they think that.
I think they do.
No, I don't think they think that. I think they know Marvin Harrison. I think in
You got to
general,
stay in the top 10.
like again, it's not 2 firsts. I think they need 3 firsts minimum, and that's why teams aren't budging. 3 firsts and maybe
Where are
a
you
player.
coming up with 3 firsts? Like, is that just in your mindset, or did you hear that?
No, that's like what most things I've heard is like that's the package needed to get to their spot is 3 firsts and a player. 3 firsts is like a minimum, and then possibly a player in addition to that.
I don't think it would take that much to move up. I think it'd
Okay.
take 2 firsts and possibly a pick later on in this draft. If they like this draft, or it's like, nah, we want next draft. I don't
Well,
think
you'll know that's not the case if because the Vikings are desperate for a quarterback, and if the Cardinals are on the clock and they go with Marvin Harrison, that means 2 firsts wasn't worth it. 2 firsts this year because the Vikings would for sure have offered their 11 and 23rd pick this year for the Cardinals pick, guaranteed. They offered that already, and if they don't accept it, that means that the asking price was more than that, 3 firsts or more. Because the Vikings have
you'll
the best.
never know until there's a report that comes out.
I'm just telling you what my thoughts are, and the Vikings are in the perfect position to trade up with anyone and have the best kind of package to go for this year. And if a team doesn't accept that, then the asking price is even higher.
That's true.
All right, come on, Washington. Let's we got people to come on.
I have several of these exactas, like 5 picks in a row. The one that I have the majority is it's Caleb, Daniels, May, Marvin Harrison, JJ McCarthy. So if I hit that exacta, it's like plus 500.
I couldn't do that on my book, and I was so mad. Couldn't do any exacta on my pick. Is in. He's not on the phone. He's smiling though. He's iced out.
It's
You
gonna
guys
be
hear my
Jaden.
audio?
Yeah. Or I can
No,
hear
no,
you.
no.
I don't hear your TV.
Okay.
Tell me when you can stop hearing. Tell me when you start to hear my TV.
Hear it?
Now
No, like a smidge back.
you can hear this.
Yes. Yes.
That
Yep.
that
Yep. Still hear it. It's got to be on like the last dot.
you can't hear it now.
A little bit.
Not anymore.
No,
Jaden
really
Daniels.
off. Booger McFarland.
So Jaden Daniels is going to be working with Scary Terry,
Big upgrade for Scary Terry.
Jahan Dotson. I mean, he's got like he's not going into like their team, like their offensive line is not looking good. They're actually probably a candidate to trade it back into the first to take an offensive lineman. I would think because that like Jaden Daniels is going to be running for his life next year.
Yeah, you get another RG3 situation where there's his ACL.
That's
Also,
just what they wanted.
But I mean, he is like he's gonna be in fantasy. Like we'll get into the fantasy stuff soon. Best ball, and I mean he's gonna be I don't know. Like Best Ball Mania should launch like Monday. I would guess or Sunday night, and ADPs will kind of be all over the place. Jaden Daniels has been going in like the early big board drafts, and he definitely got up there. But like for his type of profile, like you got to take shots on guys like him. Just these like running quarterbacks, they can have just such high floors. Like if you're picking between like him and Stafford, like Jaden Daniels is like a no brainer.
Yeah.
Is that his Never mind. We'll leave it there. All right.
Here comes Drake May next.
I mean, Nick called Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
That
They got Jacoby Brissett. I still think there's a chance that
No shot.
they could get Marvin.
There's no shot.
I mean, they also do love quarterbacks from Michigan, so I wouldn't leave JJ.
No,
McCarthy
I
today.
think they do like JJ McCarthy,
Yeah.
but I just think that they like Drake May a bit more and they wanted like a better trade that maybe they didn't get. And so maybe they would have been fine getting McCarthy if they got like some nice capital back. But I just feel like nothing worked and they're just going to go Drake May.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a water real quick. Nick, you got to carry the show.
All right.
You think the Brownies are going to make any moves of the first?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
I think
so.
they're going to get a tackle with their first pick in the draft. And they'll probably let Jedrick Wills go next season because they pretty much will have to pick between him and Greg Newsome for salary cap. And I think you probably take Greg Newsome.
Yeah.
And we've had so many injuries. Like Conklin gets a season-ending injury within the first half of the season every year. And then Dawad Jones is good, but he's also injury-prone. We were like on our third-string lineman last year, or maybe even fourth string.
Yeah. I'm hoping the Saints I don't think it's really possible for them to blow it. I'm trying to think of a pick that would Brian Thomas maybe. I would be like livid if we got him.
What's the odds for
Um,
them to take a receiver?
it's pretty low. Like they're going tackle or a defensive guy, and I just don't see. I don't think they can screw it up. So I'm pretty pleased with how this draft's going to go.
What about Jared Verse?
I would be fine with him. I mean, I prefer some of the other guys a bit more. Like Latu is one I'm torn on because I think if he stays healthy, he's the best edge in this class.
Yeah, I think he's the best as well.
I think if he stays healthy, he's a guy rookie year, double digit sacks. I just it's that injury is like super.
I mean, he's a
scary.
good run stopper too. He's just kind of like he's almost like a Khalil Mack type of guy.
But the injury is
Maybe
scary.
not so much a power rusher and more finesse, but like similar play style where he's pretty versatile within the linebacking room.
Pick is in.
They
I'm not
took
going to be
off.
able to even keep track of my bets till the end of the night.
All right, Schefter says they're going QB of the future here.
Okay, so maybe that's what I asked you the other day. And you're like, I can keep track of them. I'm like, there's no way.
No, like I'm gonna know. Like I already know based off of how it's gone is good. Like Drake May going at third.
They're
is
wearing
a
the
really
Carolina
good
blue. You see that guy in the draft room? He was wearing a Carolina blue tie. Drake May. Here you go. You are a New England Patriot. I'm sorry. He doesn't look happy though. There's so many people.
He's going to be the Will. He's going to be the Will Levis of this draft and just fall.
There's no way.
Maybe.
Dude, there's so
Either
many
Drake
people
May or
outside.
JJ. Here we go. All right.
All right, how we thought.
Drake May.
They're they're wearing Mac Jones jerseys, and they taped over and said May. It's like a Browns thing to do.
Yeah. I have zero sympathy for any of the Patriots, though. They had their time in the limelight.
All right. Come on, Colts. Please do something. It's like that meme of the guy poking the dead guy on the ground.
I
Come on, do something.
I gotta send this photo to the chat once.
They're taking a while here. They're fielding calls. Someone's got to turn that volume down.
I wish I could present this photo.
I'm hearing Mel Kiper 3 times.
Yeah, Nick, that's you.
Or I just want to see someone trade in because that means that, like, I like the Vikings to trade in here.
I don't think it's enough. I think they're looking for 3 firsts or more. They drive a hard bargain. Especially like when they know their console, like if they don't, they're getting Marvin Harrison instead. Kyler Murray needs a weapon too. Like I get it.
Besides Trey McBride.
Yeah, I mean Trey McBride is gonna be so good this year. But someone other than him, just at least their receivers are rough. They'll be able to just like
Wilson,
bracket McBride a lot. It's Michael Wilson.
And
I'm just looking
find out more.
And
like trade.
Greg Dortch.
It's bad.
It's not great. The one thing they have going for them is that Kyler Murray is not really into Call of Duty anymore, I don't think. And I think he can have a successful season.
I do too. I'm
But-
still not out on Kyler.
But they have not Rich Cannon. They have what's his name? His last name's Gannon, right? What's his first
Jonathan
name?
Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon. God. I mean, he's a terrible head coach.
You think? I mean, he's only been there 1 year, and they really don't have much to work with.
Yeah, no, I mean, coming from our correspondent in Philadelphia, that is just not a good coach to have. So, first hot spot,
Still
trade,
nothing.
trade. Adam Schefter just say they're sticking at 4.
Boring.
Come. PB can't even hear you. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
The fact they're even slightly disappointed right now is stupid. Like, it was never happening.
Who's disappointing?
That they didn't trade for, trade out. Like, and this shows you right here, the Vikings for sure offered their 11th and 23rd to get to this spot, and they said no. That tells you they needed 3 firsts or more.
I don't think it tells you that. I think they just didn't want to trade out.
No, but the Cardinals have always been saying that it would take like a lot for us to move out. They've said that, and that shows you what it was. 2 firsts wasn't enough.
It's true.
Well, I guess the Colts didn't pull the Saints and trade their entire draft for one player. So I guess that is the silver lining.
Who'd they
Yep.
do that for again?
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams.
Oh,
Literally traded the
Well,
It was
whole
Williams-
literally like 20 picks. It was like a draft's worth of players or picks. So yeah, I think Marvin Harrison, like in fantasy wise, he's been going around pick 15. I don't know. That's still pretty expensive. Would you be taking now we're starting to get information, so we should kind of start to say like, okay, so Jaden Daniels goes 2. Obviously I think it's probably like he's a deep ball guy. So do you think that like Scary Terry?
Was his
No.
dad not there? Dad's
No.
got to be there.
no.
Where the
They
hell's
said
his
he
dad?
wasn't in the pre-draft interview. He wasn't there.
Do you like Jahan Dotson or Scary Terry?
I like Terry McLaurin. I think he's a better talent. He has the longer route tree, and I think that fits with Drake May a little bit more. I think Dotson will still have a good year. I mean, both of them were like kind of like fringe relevant players. Scary Terry more so. Dotson was like a streaming flex guy. And I think he could move into like a wide receiver 3 role. And I think Scary Terry could easily be, I mean, depending how good Drake May plays.
You mean Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels. I think Terry could be wide receiver 2 range.
I think Demario Douglas will be a pretty nice steal later rounds on the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I take Marvin Harrison Jr. over the Washington guys.
No,
Just
no,
because
of
Kyle-
course. I'm taking them over the Washington guys. I'm saying Marvin Harrison's ADP has been 15. Are you
No,
going
I-
to take if he stays around 15, are you buying shares of him?
Probably
Like, I mean, he's going ahead of
I'd say a few.
a lot of guys.
I'd say a few. Not. I wouldn't be heavy on him.
Like,
No.
also, if we're talking best ball mania, if you're with the field, that's I think 8% ownership, right?
I would take.
Yeah.
I would say. Now they're showing Marvin Harrison highlights right now, and I'm just thinking about the glory days. I think I
He
think
can't even talk right now. He's still thinking maybe
I
the
am
Cardinals
still
back
thinking
in
about
the
what it could
trade.
have been.
Send
He's
them the
hoping for
Colts.
like a Eli Manning type of
Yeah.
draft and trade scenario.
Yeah.
That'd be, oh my god, that'd be so sweet. Nick, why'd you tell me that?
I mean, nothing's ever out of the question. It's not very
But
likely.
okay. I think I'm almost fully out on Marvin Harrison. Like I honestly don't know if I'll draft him. The thing is, I like Kyler, so maybe I'll have to get a few stacks, like because week 17 at the end of the day matters. And like if I have a bunch of Kyler and then Marvin Harrison's the one that goes for like 35 points in week 17, and you made it to the championship, like that would be rough not having a single share. But I feel like I'm gonna want to be underweight. Like if 8% is with the field, I think I want to be like half, like 4% ish.
Yeah, I'd like him a lot more in the third round, personally.
Third, yeah, he's an early to mid second right now.
I'm all in on like Drake London.
How the
George
Chargers still
Pickens.
sitting here?
I think all those like round
This is
3
now,
and
the
4.
draft begins now. Like now the Cardinals have picked. This is like when things are going to start to get wild.
Louis Vuitton shades from Marv Jr.
And by wild, I don't mean trading Herbert. Not that wild.
I don't understand why the Chargers are still on the clock here.
Because they're fielding a lot of calls. I guarantee it. This is
Big
like
time.
they're trying to trade out. I don't think they want to keep this pick.
I'm surprised JC Latham was kind of a consensus guy if they stayed here. Because obviously Joe Alt I think he would be a great right tackle. He's kind of a versatile. I mean, he played a left tackle in college, but he's kind of a versatile guy. He's not like your prototypical left tackle build. I mean, he's a little bit faster than that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they have Slater at left tackle, so you're going to keep him, and they'll probably get some interior linemen later on. I mean, if they're just going to run the ball 50 times a game.
There's no way they're running the ball 50 times a game. There's no way you have Justin Herbert as your quarterback and you don't utilize it. I understand the guys they brought in. I understand the coaches they brought in. I understand all that. And I understand what they have said. And I'm sure they will move to more of not a West Coast offense. They'll move somewhat out of that. There is absolutely zero chance that they do not be active and, like use Justin Herbert. If I was Justin Herbert, I would demand a trade.
Then all right, then you would draft Malik Neighbors right here, and not even
I would draft their weapon right now.
Yeah, 100%.
And then trade back into the first if you can.
I think they're gonna try to trade back right here, and then like in my last mock I did, I had them trade back, so you have the 11th and 23rd, and then you can still trade up from 11 to like 8
or 9,
or 11 to 9, and
you could
still
probably
get a
still get
weapon.
Brock Bowers at 11.
What?
You could probably still get Brock Bowers at 11.
I don't know. I think teams are really trying to get Brock Bowers. I do. I think he's like this, not the secret, but like teams are really trying to get him. And not a lot of things have been said about it, but I just have that feeling like he's too good of a prospect, in my opinion, at a very valuable position. But as this draft goes on, we should definitely be trying to tie how this impacts fantasy, because like at the end of the day, that's the only way that, we have our fandoms and talk about it, but like actionable takeaways that we're trying to apply to best ball, which is right around the corner, and then fantasy in August.
Well, in the
Pick is in. They took
share.
someone.
Wow.
They took someone. I think they go weapon. I think they.
I don't.
Or
think
maybe they go
weapon.
all.
I think they go tackle, but
And then they try to trade back in.
no, I don't know.
No.
I thought the only way they traded, I thought it was like they're either going to trade back, and then they could trade back up for a weapon, or I think they're just really gonna remember. This is back when we first did our first mock. It's like all the signs point to them wanting to run the ball, and with their moves they made, it makes sense that they would go tackle here if they stayed. And if they do go tackle, I think it's an immediate, like, I don't want a lot of Justin Herbert in fantasy. If they go tackle here, that was one of the things we said. It's like, this is really going to be telling of what they are kind of going to do with their team this year. If they went a weapon, I think you could buy into Herbert a bit. Like, maybe they'll be a little more pass heavy. If they go tackle, that would, I mean, he has nobody really to work with. Nobody.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd be wanting much of Herbert this year. I would be, if they, whatever running back they get in this draft, I'd be buying heavily in. I don't like Dobbins, who they traded for. Don't like Gus Bus. Like, I think whatever they get a running back in the second round, I want a ton of shares of them. Like, if they got like a Trey Benson, a Jalen Wright, an Isaac Garendo. we couldn't find on best ball last time we did the draft.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. All right. Thick is in here. We got Peter in the YouTube chat saying taking weapon or offensive line here. Somebody's got to turn the volume down because you are
It's
getting
Nick.
everything. Joel.
All right.
Joe
First
Alt.
Golden Domer off the board.
So everything that we have kind of first mocked has gone well, except for Nick. But
Well, that's unfortunate with some of my bets because I had the under on McCarthy, under 5.5. I got the exact bets, I think, all wrong. If there was a trade down, I would have hit them. So that's unfortunate. I think this exacta was plus 850.
for the first five.
Yeah, for alt going
Did you
5.
not think that? Did you not think that they'd go left tackle?
No, I thought it was going to be a trade down. I thought it was going to be a trade down or Latham. So yeah, I mean, dude, Joe Alt, Slater, they're going to be pounding. They're going to be pounding the ball on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you don't bring in Greg Roman to set up the air raid offense. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was another thing we talked about. Greg Roman, like, so now you got the Giants, Malik Neighbors or JJ McCarthy.
They like the quarterback. I think they take quarterback. You almost have to, because if you don't, next year's draft, if Daniel Jones does not pan out, you are screwed unless you go in the free agency and try it that route. But look at that house. Oh, that's not a house. I thought it was a house, but there's a big exit sign there. All right. So first trades between 8 and 10.
6, 7. Yeah.
I think the Giants are going to get JJ McCarthy.
That'd be a real shame for a lot of my bets. If the Giants took McCarthy.
I did have Giants to take a quarterback. That was a bet of mine. I got it at plus 200. I think it was like 50 to win 150.
JJ McCarthy said the Giants were the team that he met with the most. And there was some connection with an old Michigan coach who's under Dabble now.
The Giants taking JJ McCarthy would definitely set a wrinkle for the rest of the quarterbacks. That's when you could see maybe the overhitting with quarterbacks, because Then you have the Vikings scrambling, the Raiders, the Broncos. Like it pushes all those guys up for them to
Yeah.
fight for them.
Yeah, it's really interesting what they're
And
going
then
to do.
someone's going to reach on like Bo Nix at 12.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quarterbacks. I think it sounds like they're going quarterback.
Really? What? I mean, it's going to be what, Neighbors or a quarterback?
It's No, I think it's Rome.
So
Can't
many
remember.
teams had Neighbors like almost in the same tier as Marvin Harrison. I think
I
it's
know, but
Neighbors or
heard-
McCarthy.
They said they didn't want any more LSU wide receivers because they give them headaches. So
Who said that?
that's what the reports were saying.
Odell did plenty of good things for them.
Oh, JJ. Zoom in
So-
on JJ. He's not
so-
even at the draft.
If there's no, if there's no trade. I mean, if they don't take a quarterback, I mean, the Vikings are in just a prime position to just stay put and get McCarthy without having to give up that 23rd pick.
I will say, who wears a watch on the right hand?
If he's a lefty, maybe, I don't know.
Man, if you pick a quarterback here, like Daniel Jones is just like, you just have to release him.
No, I think
He's taking a huge cap hit this year. Like they
We'll see.
double stacked his contract this year, and then the last 2 years are less.
Well, the Giants media is going to be pissed either way, whoever they take.
Yeah,
So.
no matter who they get. Neighbors. Yeah, so they give
Nick, can you not announce picks here? You're
Oh.
you're about 3 seconds ahead of me.
really.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
So now we get to see what Danny Dimes.
Yeah, I think the GM probably had to save face too. Like, you can't just take a $60 million cap hit and then draft a rookie quarterback. Like, they're gonna have to wait till next year if he really doesn't pan out. But they pretty much laid their bed. They had to lay in it.
Yeah, no, they did.
But I think they get Neighbors. I mean, they've had this issue at receiver forever. So they
Okay,
go
so
and
then
solve that problem.
Tennessee Tennessee doesn't need this pick.
Yeah, they do. They need to go get one of the best linemen. in the
They're
draft.
gonna get Latham, I'd imagine. Well, I did take I have under. It was minus 200, but under 12.5 on Latham. But I think this is. I mean, there's going to be some trades coming soon. I'd have
I
to
think the
imagine.
Falcons might move out.
Yeah, the Falcons are the first one. Like the next pick that I would be like. I think
Like,
the
if you're
Titans
the
have.
Vikings, you're probably not giving 2 first-round picks for the 8th spot, right?
No.
So
Hey,
the Vikings
Nick,
would still get 2 picks. Maybe give up next year's first.
Nick, we had a request come in from someone watching that he hopes you stub your toe tonight on the way to bed for spoiling that last pick. So
Who said that? Who said?
Kevin said that.
Oh,
Kevin from Florida said that. So one of our viewers. So
all right. Shout out to young Kev.
yeah.
I'll make sure to drop the insider info before every pick here.
Yeah, I've been trying to like keep away from the inside information before the pick gets announced.
Man, I'm gonna be so upset if
I mean, the Titans realistically could trade out and still get a really good offensive
Yeah.
back.
They could. I think they really wanted Alt.
I'm sure they did. Notre Dame puts out some of the best linemen in the league, and there's no
But
doubt.
I know Latham is.
They're good for one thing, and it's big linemen who are amazing.
we're gonna. I mean, they put out some okay quarterbacks, right? Jimmy
A bit of
Clausen,
a rough start to the
Brady Quinn. How could I
bets.
forget? He was
Brady
so good
Quinn,
on the Browns.
Jimmy Clausen, Sam Howell is coming out of this draft. Not Sam Howell, sorry,
I-
Sam
Hartman.
Hartman.
I need to hit
He
a
might
bet
be
here.
Mr. Irrelevant. Really, he might be.
Could be.
The
So did
alt
the
pick
Giants
at-
make? Did the Giants make the playoffs this year?
No,
no.
they do have a really good defense.
I mean, PB, you're all over Brian Dable, so
I know, but I think they're
Could they
they're
get
one.
Brian Burns?
I'll have to see how they
Yeah.
handle the rest of the draft, but I think they still might be a year away.
They got Brian Burns, right?
Yes.
So they have him and Thibodeau.
They
On the
also
edges.
traded for
It's
some
probably the-
offensive. They also got some offensive tackles.
oh my god, look at all of his LSU pictures.
I mean, that might be the best edge duo in the league in like 2 years.
Thibodeau was at a point where he didn't want to play football anymore.
Who? Brian
Thibodeau.
Burns?
No,
Oh, Thibodeau?
yeah.
He'll be fine.
Can someone pull up the Chargers receiver trio? I think
Yeah.
it's Quentin Johnson. I'm trying to think of
Trey
the second-
Palmer.
Oh yeah, Josh Palmer,
Josh Palmer.
and I don't think I could Alex Erickson maybe.
They have
I'm sure they'll get
Palmer,
one in the second round.
Quentin Johnson, Darius Davis,
Darius
and
Davis as wide receiver 3.
Nico.
Who?
Yeah, so
That's it. That's their wide receiver.
and their
group.
tight ends are what? Donald Parham and
It is Will Disley, Hayden Hurst, Donald Parham, and Stone Smart with 2 T's.
DFS legend. The
Still-
$200 play that gets you a point and you could win a ton of money.
Stony Smart.
Yeah.
Not
The
even
amount of
bad.
times I played Stone Smart on a showdown slate at $200, and I was just every time they were in the end zone, I'm just seeing the ball and just sweating like him to get a touchdown.
I'm still shook about the Super Bowl DFS when I thought I moved into first place and won $1 million on the Mecole Hardman touchdown. Like, what was I? I was like 5 points out of first place. So I
Yeah,
got the
it ended up.
touchdown
I
from
forget what it
Hardman
came.
and
It was just like
I
some
literally
of the other things.
like in my brain, I thought I won $1 million. Like
I remember your
felt-
facial
I
expression.
felt
Your
the
face.
joy
I know.
of
I legit.
winning $1 million, and then I felt the joy, or I felt the pain of losing it 5 seconds later when my phone loaded, and I see
$1,000.
Patrick Mahomes jump into be the optimal captain, and it was like I don't know if I'm ever going to play DFS again. I will, but like
Jawan Jennings.
it was the craziest roller coaster I've ever experienced.
You had the combo. It was that combo of Jawan Jennings and Hardman that was just so low owned. And
Yeah.
I was all over Hardman, but yeah, Jennings, I didn't have any of that slate. Luckily, I had him in best ball. I played so much of that playoff best ball, and luckily I had him on that team.
Yeah, I mean, still won like 1,000 or something, but
Yeah,
wasn't even-
I
wasn't
remember
even
seeing
happy
your
about it
face
at
though.
that
I think
point.
all of us thought you did
I don't
because
even
you
want
were
this money.
you told everyone that if Hardman scores a touchdown here, I win $1 million. And then we see who scores, and we're like, that was Mecole Hardman. And when I looked at your face, I saw
I
the
think I,
face
like,
of a
grabbed
man
you
that
and I,
thought
like,
he won $1
collapsed.
million.
I like collapsed. I like went to the ground. I lost my legs instantly, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, you're. I feel like
And
your whole
and then
voice
you're like,
changed.
No, check first. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I told you, I was like, just check,
like,
because
shaking.
Showdown is one of those things, like it updates so constantly that like it's just you don't even know what will happen. That'll change to make you go from first to second, stat change, stat correction, and then you're back up.
yeah."
It's a nightmare. And I
think I
was just
ended
like,
in
just
fourth
please
place.
check. Everyone was
So
going.
many
Everyone was
shots,
like in a
like-
state of shock, and everyone was kind of like, Nick,
Yeah.
and we all looked at you, and you were just like,
No!
I remember like your face was just it was the face of someone that thought they won $1 million.
Uh,
What
That's
a
why we
time
play
to
the
be
game.
alive.
That night would have been nuts if you had.
yeah, that would have been fun. It was still fun, but we would have
Because
gone
then
right to the casino after. Double or nothing.
All in black.
yeah.
Oh, the pick's in. It's gonna be what Latham, Fashanu, but I mean Latham seemed to really get some steam at the end. I'd imagine it's him, but if it's not, it really could be
Sable.
any of them. Fashanu. Oh yeah,
Latham is.
I guess I just have to wait for Corey to announce the pick because I think you're the last one to get it.
No.
Me?
Corey, I think.
All right. So Nick, are you on YouTube TV?
What's that?
Are you on YouTube TV?
Yeah.
How are you ahead of me? Let's refresh it.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube TV too. Let's
That's
like
five
okay,
minutes.
what do you see on your screen right now?
Falcons on the clock, and they're showing Latham highlights.
Oh,
He's got like a vest on, and he's fist pumping like
you
DJ
should
Pauly.
no. Easiest way to tell is what clock is the Falcons at? What time?
Oh,
Falcons.
4:22.
What? What is it?
Now it's 4:18.
So you're 5 seconds ahead of me.
That's
Nick,
I'm
that's a long
confused.
time.
Where?
PB,
How far?
PB, look at the Falcons. It says they're on the clock. It's a countdown.
It doesn't say that on my screen. It says Tennessee round 1 selection. JC Latham started 27
Like,
to 41.
PB's like 2 minutes behind. Refresh that or something.
Hang on. What channel are you guys on?
ESPN.
Okay, I'm gonna go to ESPN. Oh,
All right,
okay.
well, the Falcons are
I mean,
making
unless there's a trade in, the Vikings can stay.
Is it
and get-
342?
Now the pick is in for the Falcons.
Yeah, I just got that.
Okay, I just got that. Okay, you're like 3 seconds ahead. The Falcons,
I would go nuts if it's
they didn't trade. Wow, there's not a lot of. I thought it's gonna be what, Dallas Turner or
Mitchell.
I think maybe Byron Murphy.
Yo, give me Quinion Mitchell here, and I'll be happy for the rest of the night.
They have
Plus
AJ
1,500 to
Terrell.
go here.
I know you could use a few different corners.
I did have, what bet did I have on the Falcons to take? I have been taking Spencer Rattler. Like, I don't know. I think, but that I don't know.
I mean, they kind of need O line too. Their old line is like pretty.
They're not going
old.
to take an offensive lineman. They're going defense, or
It's
I don't
going to
know.
be Turner. Can you guys see my
probably
screen?
Dallas Turner.
Can you guys hear this?
I don't hear anything.
Perfect.
I'm pretty excited for Chicago. You know, I think they should get Rome here with this next pick, and they'd probably have one of the best offenses in the league.
Oh my God, the Falcons are going to take JJ McCarthy here.
What?
No, they're not.
What are you talking about? Why did you say that?
Well, they pan to him, but that would be insane.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
yeah,
are they going to take JJ McCarthy here?
No, they're not.
Dude, that means
Why are they showing all these quarterbacks?
I'm saying I just heard Mad Mel Kiper over here saying that they should take a quarterback.
I'm with Pete on this one. Heck no.
I just
That'd be the
Really confused.
that'd be the strangest pick ever, to be honest.
paying Kirk Cousins 100 and something million, and then
I don't even think it's in the realm of possibilities. I think they go Dallas Turner or maybe Quinyon Mitchell
I mean, I would love a Quinyon Mitchell because
Maybe.
then I win $160.
or Latu. I think Latu would be awesome here.
So right now, the quarterback, like, that would be shocking if they did go quarterback. The Vikings, the Broncos, and Raiders
Oh
would
my
be in
God.
there. Bo Nix would probably be in the, a first rounder.
Yeah. Wait, no one look. Oh my God.
You saw something? What happened? Why'd you say that?
No, I'm just kidding. Alex is texting.
Yeah, but he just said, "Give me Rome."
What?
What?
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? That's hilarious. The Falcons messed up so bad.
They want him learning behind Kirk.
I mean, I get it, but you sure about that?
Or is this a
You sure about that?
Oh my God.
Unless they're worried about like Kirk Cousins' health.
I mean, maybe. That's crazy.
I mean, not that I don't like Penix.
So
but
so
it's just,
so yeah, I mean JJ
it's just not
McCarthy
one of
is
the
maybe
teams
JJ McCarthy might just fall into the laps of the Vikings, and then Bo
Yeah.
Nix, it's between the Raiders and, I mean, the Broncos. I could probably go him now because they don't think they could get him.
I can't believe they just picked Michael Penix Jr. here.
Are they gonna? So are the Bears about to get Rome?
I mean, yeah, I think they should, but they could also use a little bit more help on defense. I think you saw how big of an impact Sweat made. You get one more good guy like an edge or an interior D lineman. Byron Murphy's a perfect schematic fit on that defense.
So
In fact,
what
there's-
the pick here is Rome? It's Rome. I mean, I know Caleb likes
running that in.
Fashanu.
Oh my God, they picked it.
What do you think?
Dude, what are they doing?
I don't know.
What are they
Can't tell you about
doing?
it. That's pretty surprising.
We saw a text come in, but we're trying not to have spoilers, so we're like, don't look. But when we saw it, we said, "Give me Rome." So I was like, okay, well, that's not a spoiler, luckily. And then they said Penix.
Crazy.
Now we're just waiting on what the Bears pick is in. So we're just
Who do you want? Who do you want, Bears man?
he wants Rome.
Give me Rome.
Rome
Give
to
me
bear
Rome.
down. Bear it down.
Dude, it's crazy in Detroit. That is so many people.
That's what I was saying at the beginning.
I know a few people that are there right now.
There's
Give me Rome.
I think you guys should get
Dude.
Lotso or Byron Murphy.
you guys. Should
You
take him up
you
for
have to go Rome here. He's just too good of a prospect, and you just give Caleb everything to work with year one. Just just hit the ground running with him.
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
I mean, fantasy. Okay, now so fantasy, the Falcons pick meant nothing. Like we don't like it's. He's a backup. 7 was Latham. I mean, we knew they were probably going to tackle. With not much fantasy stuff there. 6 was Neighbors. Neighbors is going before this pick comes in pretty early, second round, end of second. Would you take him at the end of the second round? Well, he's obviously like the only target for him, Danny Dimes. Or would you pass
For what?
from Neighbors at the end of the second in fantasy?
I'd
Oh, in fantasy.
I'd pass.
pass.
Yeah,
Way too high. People weren't taking Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow until the 6th round. Neighbors,
yeah, that's crazy. Rome would be
All right.
pretty electric here.
I mean, I would imagine the Bears are getting some with JJ McCarthy still on the board. They could, but oh yeah, the pick's already in. I mean, that's crazy that JJ might just fall with the laps of the Vikings.
I think it's going to. There he is.
Here we go.
Nick, stop.
I didn't say anything.
Yo, there he is.
It could have been anyone.
Dude, the Bears.
Let's go.
The Bears are going to be so electric.
Wow.
Bears might win the Super Bowl.
No, don't put that on them.
Remember, you could have got plus 5,000 odds to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know what it's going to be after this draft.
Let's go. Bears are back, baby.
Your offense is back
go.
for sure.
Let's go. Defense was nasty at the end of the year.
All right,
Love
I
it.
don't want
Absolutely love it.
the Jets don't
Nasty.
take.
We're gonna get
Oh,
some
the
pass
Jets
rushers in the off season. Let's go. Come on.
Minnesota just traded up.
New York Jets trade. Wow. To Minnesota. Here comes McCarthy.
Yep. So Brock could still go to the Jets. Why are they moving up one pick?
Because the Broncos and the Raiders are right there, and this assures them they can still get whatever. They know the Vikings aren't going to take Brock. They know, like, it assures them their pick still, but they gain something. It's a smart trade.
Yeah. But it looks like they still have the 11th pick too, which is kind of confusing. What if they go back to back here? Oh no,
They're not going back to back. They just traded it to the Jets. Unless they traded pick 23.
no, they just changed it.
Okay.
That would have been kind of
Well, we know this has got to be McCarthy. So at least that bet will hit. Pete says Penix will sell a lot of jerseys in Atlanta. Why do you think that? With Cousins being there.
double QB jersey sales. Why not?
I'm just wondering, like, maybe once Kirk is gone, I just don't know why a lot of people would buy Penix jerseys as a backup QB until maybe he's a starter.
Penix is older too. Like, isn't he?
I know
26?
that pick was really fascinating because
Like,
it's
by the
not
time he starts,
exactly.
he could be 28 years old.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless they think Kirk is gone like pretty shortly.
Yeah, maybe they're worried about him.
Yeah.
That's what it tells me is they're not sure about his health. Right? Why else would you do that?
Oh, so JJ McCarthy, just where Justin Jefferson's fantasy stock goes to die.
Yeah, I think it actually moves him off wide receiver 1.
I said right from the beginning, I said, what are systems that JJ McCarthy? I was like, oh, it's going to take like a 49ers type system for him
Yeah.
to have any success. Cause like, I just don't think he's going to be good in the NFL. Like, he's just going to have to be just like in Michigan, just surrounded by a good team. And he goes to the Vikings, where not a great team. And he's going to have to be able to throw the ball like crazy in a pass heavy offense. I just see no success there. Congrats to the Bears. They get Caleb. They get Rome. Their rival, one of their rivals, gets JJ McCarthy. Like, hey, where are you guys drafting Justin Jefferson now?
End of the first. I like Amon-Ra over him now.
Oh, I mean, if you're not, you're gonna have 0 shares of Justin Jefferson if you draft him at the end of the first.
That's fine.
I'm with you. I don't think I'll draft him at all with
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy as his quarterback. What about you, Corey?
No, not that high. You should not go that high.
Jefferson?
Yeah, no. That's way too high.
I mean, he's like the 5th, 6th overall pick.
Yeah, no, that's way too high in fantasy.
Not big on JJ McCarthy.
I mean, I'm just not a fan of like what they have available there. I mean, it's a quarterback room that's driven by Sam Darnold right now. And then JJ, who's a rookie quarterback coming in from, he didn't throw the ball a lot in Michigan, but he was efficient when he did. But still, it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot that goes into it, and taking Jefferson
The
that
problem
high.
is Justin Jefferson still was pretty productive with Mr. Astronaut Josh Dobbs. But I think it just hurts his ceiling a little bit. And like
Yeah,
Jordan Mason's also like really good. So he's not like a lone wolf on that team at all. When Hawkinson's back for the second half of the year and you need Justin Jefferson to do well in the playoffs, like I just don't like it as much anymore. 2 years ago, I think might have been his fantasy ceiling. Like
JJ McCarthy.
unless the Cowboys get another big receiver here, like CeeDee Lamb, his target share is going to be so much more relevant than.
I'm so happy the Falcons took Michael Penix.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, as a Saints fan, you have to love that pick.
Oh yeah. That was awesome to see them screw that up.
They could have traded out of there.
Yeah.
They must really love him because
Yeah.
but it is a weird thing. You take an old quarterback to go work like what everyone was considering like NFL ready, and you go have him sit behind a quarterback and
2 years at least.
He's literally going to be 28 when he has the QB room to himself.
Yeah, Gus doesn't like that either.
Yeah, Gus agrees.
I love it.
All right. Well, this is a $50 bet right here. So
Yeah, I know. I have him going to the Vikings.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
I think I'm up so far. I had a pretty big one on Drake May to go 3rd at even money. That one I literally put in as much as I could bet, and then DraftKings was like, oh, you're limited to a $64 bet on this one. And so I was just like, whatever. But every other book had it at like 180 or higher.
When was that?
That was just yesterday morning. He got up to it was minus 130 to go 3rd. But so the Vikings, that means the Jets. Yeah, they didn't get Rome, who they liked. The Jets are what? Bowers, or tackle. Yeah,
I mean, they missed out on two who would the next tackle be? The
it would be if they'd get Fuaga, Fashanu, Fatanu, any of them, like whoever's highest on their board. I had the Jets. I had picked 10 to be Fatanu. So if the Jets take Fatanu, I'm going to be a little butthurt because I basically picked 10 to be the Jets pick and go Fatanu. So that'll kind of hurt because that was like plus 800. But we'll see. I mean, this is a given. It has to, like, they're not going to go anyone over JJ. They've been tied to him the whole time.
And this little kid can only say JJ McCarthy's name.
What'd you say?
This little kid won't be able to pronounce Fatanu's name. Take that.
Yep. Plus what? 180.
Yeah, plus 180. I got scared. I only threw 20 on it, but
I forget what I had it. I did have at one point McCarthy got to like minus 120 to go under 5.5, and I thought that was too good of a value to pass. So I did have that, unfortunately. But
I did have him going top 3.
top 3?
Yeah.
What was that odds?
Plus like 300, something like that.
Okay. Well, the Jets know who they're picking at this point. I'm sure the picks, yeah. Who do you think it is? I'm going to say at this point, Bowers.
I mean,
I'm going
to. It sucks because
the Jets with Bowers. They're going to have Bowers, Garrett Wilson. I mean, if Rodgers is back and
I mean, so mad
decent,
because
the Jets are going to be really good. I think the Jets will win their division.
You know what? I'm really upset because same kind of situation you had. Because I had Bowers going 10th overall.
Yeah.
And JJ McCarthy going to the Vikings, and this might be flip flop. I mean, I hope it's not.
If it's Fatanu, I'm going to be upset only because I had plus 800 on it. So depending on what they do, then you got the Broncos, who you think the Broncos would just take a quarterback at this point? Do you think they would just go Knicks?
I think they go defensive line then.
You don't think they like Knicks? It's because the Raiders, because it's like Knicks could be anywhere from the Broncos, the Raiders, the Seahawks. Any of them could be in on Knicks. So it's like, are they just gonna roll with, or you get Rattler? I don't know. Do you roll with Stidham or whoever their quarterback is, or do you just take Knicks? Because before Penix went, it was possible you could trade back into the end of the first round to get him or something, or trade back. But now it's a fight kind of for that last quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Denver's going to get it right here
after the Jets.
Yeah, right.
You think they're going to go Knicks? If they don't, that means they're just.
Who are they going to run out? Zach Wilson.
Yeah, it'd be. Oh yeah, Zach Wilson. Yeah, it would be Zach Wilson.
Jets probably get O-line.
I think they probably go offensive line. Jets do.
Yeah.
So it's Bowers or offensive line.
Peter, I'm with you on this one. I think they go. I think they go offensive line. I'd be very upset if they take Brock Bowers here because he's my second favorite person in this draft behind Marvin Harrison. So my dreams are getting crushed.
I mean, if you get Bowers, and not having to trade up, the Colts had one of the best drafts.
No, I know. I would agree with you.
Like to get Bowers at pick 15,
because
Denver's not going to take him. I would literally consider. Well, I would consider the Bears obviously the biggest winners, like getting Caleb Rome, but like for only having like one pick and value, I would consider probably the Colts the biggest winners of the draft if they get Bowers.
Yeah. I mean, that feels exactly like who was the D tackle the Eagles got last year? Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Like he was a unanimous best player of the draft. Some personality concerns or
There's no
whatever you wanna call it.
personality concern with
Personality.
Bowers though.
No, for Carter it was.
I know it was, but for Bowers, there's nothing. It's like,
Yeah. But value wise, you're like, oh my gosh, how did the 8th pick or the 9th pick win the draft?
I just
And
feel
this
like they
year
want to
it's
make
good.
Rodgers happy
The
here.
15th pick won the draft.
I'm just gonna be so don't say anything, Nick.
well, my theory, like I had
Okay.
them mocking taking Fatanu just because like he just tore his Achilles.
Oh, all right. Offensive lineman, they go.
Olu Fashanu.
Fashanu. Okay, so I'm not as
Fashanu.
mad that I didn't lose my bet because it was offensive line, but it wasn't the guy I had. So the Saints and Fatanu, I'd rather have Fatanu or Fuaga, who's at for the Saints at 14. So like that makes me happy because Fatanu I think fits the Saints scheme a lot better than like a guy like Fashanu. So I'll be happy. I'll be happy with
Hall stock just went up a little bit more.
Dude, Breece Hall is like to me the RB1 overall.
Yeah, but who doesn't love like a stud running back getting a lineman in the top 10?
Oh, I know. Like it obviously
it
just
only
helps him.
benefit him.
Helps me even more. But like to me, from a fantasy perspective, we were talking about the Jets. Breece Hall is my 101 or my first running back. I have him ahead of Christian McCaffrey this year.
Maybe. I don't know
It's
if
not
I
a
go-
maybe to me.
I mean, if it's like a dynasty or keeper league,
well,
totally.
Dynasty's a no-brainer, Breece Hall.
Yeah.
But in redraft, best ball, I am taking Breece Hall. What Breece Hall did with absolutely nobody, their offense was putrid, and he was insane. Having Aaron Rodgers, the offense is going to be humming, and Breece Hall should have
Probably more touchdown opportunities.
Yeah, but he's
But
just
maybe a hit on
an
his follow.
explosive run. I did have I did have the Broncos taking D line with their first pick, but unfortunately, that's not assuming Penix would go to the Falcons at 8. So I just have a feeling it's going to be tough because it's just like you don't have as much like leverage anymore. Like you don't have like, oh, the Raiders could take Penix and I still get Knicks. It's like this is the last quarterback in this kind of tier. So if you don't get them, the Raiders or the Seahawks or someone is probably getting them. I wonder if you can. This is probably a good time to like live bet drafts if you can, based off of like what?
I can't. Seminoles took it away.
You can get number 15. Who's the number 15 pick?
Colts.
You can get corner at -220, tight end at +150. Do I take tight end? I mean, if I think the Broncos go Knicks, I don't think the Raiders take Bowers. I'm gonna bet this. I'm taking tight end of the Colts.
The Saints could get Bowers.
I don't think they will. I just took it +150. Tight end.
Just in case.
I'm just thinking of it. I'm thinking ahead. I think the Broncos are gonna go Knicks. The Raiders, I don't see them taking tight end.
Yeah, I don't know
Mayer
what they're
last
gonna
year.
do.
What?
They took Mayer last year. So
Yeah, they took Mayer. 14 is the Saints. I mean, we could take Bowers. I'd be so happy if we got Bowers somehow. I mean, I
Raiders
just don't
could
see
go
it.
get one of the best cornerbacks.
Who?
The Raiders.
Defense.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying. Wait,
They really wanted
a
to-
defensive player hasn't been taken yet, right?
No,
No.
We could still hit that Quinyon Mitchell bet.
Yeah.
could.
Although Dallas Turner's on the board still, I do think the Raiders would probably go Dallas Turner. Or they might go.
I don't
they
think
might
so
go Quinyon
because
Mitchell.
yeah, they have enough power up front. They had Tyrese Wilson drafted.
Oh, they took 15 off the board now. You can't even bet that. I don't know what the odds closed at, but it's not even now. It's number 16, which is the Sea. Is it the Sea? Is it the Seahawks?
I'm not sure.
No, I think they're at 18.
Can someone look that up real quick? I want to see if I
Six-
can.
You want to see who's at 16?
I want to see who's picking at 16 because I do think the Eagles are gonna
Oh,
make a
it
move
is
up.
the Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks are a candidate to trade down. So if the Eagles moved up, who would it be for? Probably
We have Broncos with best available Turner, best fit. Oh no, the Raiders. The Raiders is best available on ESPN. Dallas Turner, best fit though. Mitchell.
that would be such a sweet hit. Plus, what do we got? 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah,
Man, that would be great.
that would be very, very nice to hit. I think I'm gonna take number 16 pick. If the Seahawks stay, I don't think they go corner. Maybe I think offensive lineman is
Yeah,
probably.
I think the Raiders go cornerback because
I'm betting 20 on offensive lineman for pick 16 because I think the Seahawks could go offensive line, but I think someone like the Eagles could trade up. And I think a lot of teams like the Chiefs, a lot of teams could trade into 16 and take an offensive lineman. I think there's some good ones on the board. So I took pick 16 O-line plus 140.
Michael Penix trade. Falcons out here drafting like my home league.
All right. Yeah, I mean this
17, 18.
this has got to be Bo Nix. That's crazy. That this
What's
is about to be
crazy?
Bo Nix.
It's got to be. I mean, it doesn't like strategically. They want a quarterback in this draft, and they lost their opportunity to trade back and get it or trade back into the first. Like
Why
you're gonna have
are
six,
all the Denver Broncos fans wearing those big hats?
Yep.
The fan reaction is amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Oregon. Off the board, Bo Nix.
Kevin's the biggest Bo Nix lover.
Ross
Does
is too.
Does he like Bo Nix more than Justin Herbert?
Oh yeah, he does.
Really?
Ross loves Bo Nix.
Kevin goes, he's a day one starter. Kevin.
I
Kevin,
think Bo Nix is better than McCarthy. I think he's better than Michael Penix. I think, yeah, was like the fourth best prospect outside of Daniels, May, and
dude, he reminds me
Taylor
so much of he reminds me so much of
Jeff Garcia.
no, not Jeff Garcia. Who they just get? Jets.
What?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson reminds me so much of Zach Wilson.
Do you guys think Debo or Ayuk get traded this draft? I do.
I think one of them
I mean,
does.
Ayuk, T. Higgins, all these guys wanted trades.
Yeah, but I think Ayuk or Debo this draft. I think one of them's gone.
I'm loving the plus 900 bet I put on Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I mean that one's actually what
Isn't it, Nick?
pick? What pick do the Bengals have?
16.
No, they don't have pick. It's 18, I think.
Kevin.
It's 18, right, Nick?
18.
Do you know what
Kevin
the odds
just
to
had
take
Jeff
tight end at pick
Garcia
18 are
with
now?
about 10 skull faces.
350 plus 350.
I got it at plus 900 this morning.
I just
What did
took.
Kevin
I
say
just. I
now?
mean, I just got the Colts at plus 150. I pick 15 because I think a team could trade up. But I think if Bowers is there, it would be hard for the Colts. I mean, that's definitely one of the guys that was high on the Colts board. It was Bowers.
Yeah, I got 7 to win 70.
Wait, Nick. What was your plus 900 bet?
The
Brock Bowers to the
Bengals.
Bengals.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, the Colts have had an obvious gap at tight end ever since the departure of baby hands Jack Doyle.
Baby hands Jack Doyle.
No, Corey, I'm
Dude,
surprised you want Bowers because Jelani Woods and your
I was
tight
just
end
about to
room
say.
is
No, I'm just about to say. Jelani Woods, X, Brock Bowers. I mean, just give us Lombardi now.
6 quarterbacks in the
Sure
top
about
12.
that? You guys need a cornerback with Kenny Moore.
No, we have good corners. They're just young. They just need time to develop.
You need more. Your secondary was your weak spot.
I understand that. But you
So
also have a if
E.J.
you have a
Brents
franchise
is a lot better as your third cornerback.
if you have
He's
a
good
franchise
third.
quarterback, you get weapons around him to make sure that he's the type of guy.
I mean, I agree. I think they should get Bowers, but I
This
think
is
they won't.
Mitchell. I'm gonna go nuts.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Hang on.
what?
What?
No.
Bowers and
Well,
Mayer.
I guess my plus 900 pick goes kaboom.
What
That
the
was
hell is that?
surprising.
Michael Mayer and Brock
I have no one to
Bowers.
throw him the ball to.
I don't think he looks particularly
Minshew.
excited.
He's not. He wants to trade. Get him out.
The Raiders?
He looks so mad.
Who's throwing him the ball again? Isn't it
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner? Yeah, Gardner Minshew. Dude, poor Bowers, dude. Poor. Oh my gosh, I wanted to draft so much of him in fantasy this year. That
What
is
a
depressing.
terrible pick.
Honestly, 2 really bad picks from the Raiders and Falcons.
I think they like didn't know what to do. Like they were just like in panic mode.
They just panic and took the best.
I know. I
player.
legit think like that pick doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it does. I mean, it does because Bowers is, in my opinion, like prospect wise, it was just like they just took best available. Like they're just like, I'm shocked he's here. Whatever, I'll take him. So I get it. Like it's a good pick, but like I definitely
It
thought they would
doesn't
go
make sense for
a
them.
different way. I mean, it does. He's Brock Bowers. It would be like to me. It's like if Marvin Harrison's there, like why wouldn't you take him?
They must
Whether
have
it,
known he was going to the Raiders. They have a jersey. They have a varsity jacket back there with the Raiders on it.
they probably have a bunch of stuff. So
They
defensive
were just tired
player.
of getting rocked by Travis.
So the
Kelce.
Saints could get Dallas Turner. We could get
The Saints can get the
if
first.
we take Dallas Turner, I have
You
plus
can take the
850.
best available defensive player.
I could take if we take Dallas Turner, I have plus 850 on him. That was
That's
one of my
pretty
bets in the
crazy.
bet
14
episode.
picks win all offense.
Yeah, that Brock Bowers to the Raiders. I mean, I don't think anyone probably mocked him there.
Nobody.
That is ridiculous.
After taking Michael Mayer, I mean, it sounds like they just. I mean, they do have a decent defense, like they do, like their line at least, but they just probably are like
Max
we need.
Crosby's awesome. I mean, they just drafted Tyree Wilson, who hasn't panned out yet.
But yeah, I know. But I'm saying like now
And then
you
what?
have Gardner Minshew, you can throw it to Adams. He has Mayer, who's just in year 2, and now Brock Bowers. Like they have guys at least now.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of 2 tight end sets.
Well, I'll be
Maybe they'll
happy.
put
I
him at
think
running back to replace Josh Jacobs.
with any pick we make here.
Anything you get, even
This
if it's
pick,
a
I
running
legit do not think the Saints can screw it up unless they just reach on someone that makes no sense. I don't think they can screw this up.
What
Dallas
about
Turner.
like Ad Mitchell?
Oh, I would. If we take 80 Mitchell, I won't. I'm ending. I won't be on here. You guys can do this the rest. I won't. I'm literally won't.
We're
I
gonna
would be
cut the
so.
stream.
I would be so mad if we took 80 Mitchell. Actually, I think any receiver right here. I don't like Brian Thomas. I don't like Eddie Mitchell. I don't like Xavier Worthy. Like, there's too many good prospects on the line and the D line to take a receiver here. Please.
It's crazy that Brock Bowers went to the freaking Raiders. Like, seriously, out of all the teams,
I mean, I'm just bummed because I really wanted to draft. Like, I'm wondering what happens to Brock Bowers' fantasy value. Like, I think when Best Ball Mania launches, he's going to go lower than he was in the big board. But, like, at some point, I think I want to buy in on him, but it's just like a bummer. Like, I wanted to have so much of him. Might just have to all be Kyle Pitts now. Might just have to take 100% Kyle Pitts.
He's definitely a fantasy riser.
Yeah, or I mean, I like some other. I think getting an elite tight end this year is big, and I think they're going way later than normal. That like you just almost have. I don't think this year compared to like some years past where you can wait to the end. I think you take one early, like 4th, 5th round, or you wait all the way to the end. I don't think those like mid-tier ones like Evan Ingram, those type of guys are gonna be winners this year.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like Trey McBride, Kyle Pitts, those types that you want, or you wait to the end, get Noah Fant, someone like that.
I'm just kind of deflated right now.
Well,
Like,
what? So now the prospects on your board are
who
Brian
do you want?
Thomas and Quinion Mitchell.
yeah, I
I
mean,
feel like if Quinion Mitchell's there, dude. I mean, I don't think you would go Dallas. Would you go Dallas Turner over like corner?
I mean,
they got Quiddy Pay, DeForest Buckner. Falls off pretty hard from there, right?
Grover Stewart.
Yeah. So I'm saying like this Quinion Mitchell bet plus 1,500, I think is still live.
The fact that it's still alive is absurd. And there's been
You
no
know-
defensive
You
players
know who
taken.
would be a good pick for you is Latu.
Kevin wants Latu, but he medically retired.
I know that the scare. If none of his medicals were in check, I think he'd be just a lock, like top 10, maybe top 5 draft pick. But the medical stuff has scared teams off.
Walk me through that. What do you mean he medically retired?
You don't know the neck injuries?
Walk me through it.
Maybe walk him through it.
Yeah.
He had a horrible neck injury where he almost like his career was nearly ended, and he had to like have it fused back together.
His neck?
Yeah, like I think something with his like neck to his spine.
It was at Miami, wasn't it?
I forget where. I just like it was bad. He almost had to just retire.
Wow. Like he's lucky he's walking type of thing?
Yeah. But he's a freak. I mean, he's okay, but it's just like how brittle. Like, is it something that could come
Pop up
back,
again. Yeah.
or like you like as your career goes on, like you get like neck cramps, like stuff that can keep you out of games.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
I'm surprised that there hasn't been more trades.
I know I have over 6.5 trades, and
That's definitely not happening.
That's not gonna.
Yeah, it would take.
You would need a trade on like every other pick.
Yeah, I know. I was banking on a lot of some of these early ones, and
Yeah, no trades is actually ridiculous.
Well, there
no,
was
there's
one.
been one.
The Vikings
Oh, yeah,
moved up
there's
one
one,
spot,
yeah.
but nothing too fun, if we're being honest. All right, PB, here you go.
Let's go.
You'll like that.
No defensive player.
Do the Colts take Quinyon Mitchell, or do they
I
go
think
Xavier
Xavier
Worthy?
Worthy.
Dude, if they trade back, I could see him trading back here.
I know. I honestly think the Colts
They
could trade back. With how many defensive players are on the board still, and if a team trades up for an offensive player, like if they know there's a team that's going offense and they could gain a few picks going back not too
Nick,
far.
shout out the Chicago Athletic Club there.
Although the Jaguars
Really
are a
big.
cornerback needy team, so they could if they think Quinyon Mitchell, which the Jaguars could definitely take, and if they don't want the
if this
Jags
is-
to have them.
Yeah.
I'll be upset if this is Xavier Worthy. So I think it's a reach.
Well, I have Colts to take a receiver at plus 300, I think.
I don't think I have any more Colts bets. Mine was Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I have Colts to take a receiver at plus 300. I don't think it's likely now with what's fallen to them. But I do think Worthy is
I have
going to go
Worthy going-
earlier than expected.
I have Worthy going to the Bills, so at plus
I have
850.
Worthy, like, I got him at plus money to go under 31.5 draft position. And I have a straight up Worthy versus AD Mitchell. Worthy to go higher at plus 140.
I saw that bet. I almost took that.
And then it closed at like minus 400 for Worthy to go ahead. Fuaga.
That's a good pick
Alright.
for you. It's like someone who won't impact the tank too much, but he's a good player to have long term.
I thought Fatanu was maybe a little bit better fit, but Fuaga was like probably the second
He'll be
guy
good.
that I liked. Like he plays mean.
Big athletic lineman. What's not to like? All right, Corey. You're Jim Irsay. What's your call in?
Well, Jim Mercy wanted Marvin Harrison Jr. So
Okay, Corey, you're the GM. What are you doing with this pick right here?
I think we trade back.
Who are you calling to trade back with? Because you have to think strategically. Jaguars are at 17. If the Quinyon Mitchell you like, then you just gave him to your rival team.
I think
Do
you
you
trade back. I think you trade back with the Steelers. I think you let the Jags go in front of you. I mean, Ballard did say he liked 18 first round grades here. So if they have like a lot of second round talent, like they're so good receivers at the end of first, early second. Like we've already talked about Ladd McConkey. Like if you can get him early in the second, like that would be sick. I would take Ladd in the second.
Jacob Cowing is a receiver that I think teams should be. I think as a.
The fact that the pick's not in yet is definitely. I feel like it's a trade.
I just saw a report Kirk Cousins was not given a heads up that they would be taking Penix. That's crazy.
I'm sure they don't ask their players who they're going to take.
I know, but like, I don't know. Like,
he's old and he's coming off an Achilles tear. Like he's not like in 28. Like,
I'm just shocked when you go all in on Kirk Cousins for 4 years. You make that trade. You're like in win now mode. Like it literally made no sense.
No,
This
yeah,
will go
it's
down
terrible.
as an awful trade, I think, in the future when they realize Penix is now 28 years old. Like he's going to be like 30 plus before you realize what he actually is as a quarterback. And you could have had a solid defensive player there. You could have done so much to help you win now. Like that was such a bad pick.
You have to love that as a Saints guy. It makes no sense. Unless they're going to trade him.
So no defensive player has gone. So that means defensive bets, like first defensive player taken, has, could still get that. You could get first cornerback taken, first edge taken. I think I had
The picks in, they took
Sprinkle.
it.
I think I had a sprinkle of like Latu before Dallas Turner.
Right. There's so many ways you can go here.
I know it's really. I have Quinyon Mitchell. I'm gonna be happy because I'll have plus 1500.
I'll be happy with Quinyon Mitchell. I like him as a.
Well, I think he's a bad pick, but for my bet,
no, I think he's a good pick.
I think you get Dallas Turner.
I mean, Dallas Turner could be he's supposed to be a top 10 pick, and
The fact that there wasn't a consensus number one corner makes me think it.
you go edge.
It just makes me think that there wasn't a guy that's.
All right, Shane, who do we take? Chris? No hat, Chris, today. Looks like he was wearing a hat earlier today with the indent in the back of his head. Peter, I don't want the Jaguars to take Quinyon Mitchell. I don't want that. I want you guys to take like Spencer Rattler there at 17. Come on, Goodell. This is so interesting to go anyway.
Nice.
wow. I mean, major upside. Major upside. Corey Colts, we're on the scene. What do you think about the pick?
I mean, the
He's awesome.
The history, he's great. The neck injury really scares me. But
dude, if he stays healthy, he's gonna have double-digit sacks.
Are you getting Andrew Luck flashbacks right now?
No, more like Peyton Manning.
This guy is such a.
He's really good.
The way he can get after the passer and get I'm telling you, if he stays healthy for all these games this year, he has double-digit sacks. I think he'll be defensive rookie of the year. I think he's a guy you could put defensive player of the year bets on out for. As long as he stays healthy, this guy's a stud, I think.
Well, we have an issue here. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Yeah, we're all frozen here.
Let me see here. Can you see me now? Stop your camera and start it again.
No, it's on my side. Everything's frozen.
Oh, it must be your internet that's
I'm overloading the internet.
Up. What?
Overloading my internet right now.
I don't know, but get it together here.
I'm working on it.
Get it together.
Whoa.
What?
Ooh, okay. I think we're back.
I mean, you're still all messed up on my end. I'm gonna have to leave. Hello? What is going on here?
I'm trying to get it. Can you hear me?
I can't see you though.
I'm working on it.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you.
Am I moving?
Yep, you're good.
I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and see what the stream. What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm looking on YouTube and I can see myself, but no one else. Nick, where are you? All right, well, okay.
Sorry.
There's
The
something
dog
going
was
on.
going
Corey's in.
crazy.
What?
The dog was going crazy.
Oh, okay.
Where'd Corey go?
He's having trouble on his end with just frozen and camera wasn't working. So first defensive player, 15. Seahawks. I mean, Dallas Turner still there. Quinyon Mitchell.
I don't think they need corner. They got
I know, but
Woolen
sometimes
and Witherspoon
I know.
last year.
I think they go Dallas Turner or O-line.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked by the Bowers pick. I get it. He's great, but like I was not expecting that. Man, we've seen one trade, and just based off how the draft's gone, like I think teams are now like just waiting it out and not trading. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of nuts. I mean, there's
There
so
he
many
is.
good, like all the good corners are still there for Jacksonville.
Dude,
Cincinnati can
Jacksonville.
take them.
I don't see anywhere they pass up on Quinyon Mitchell if he's there. I just think that's where he's going.
Be right back.
Jared Verse is going to go in like the 20s. He's kind of like, he could be like Rashawn Gary upside.
I like Verse.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. If you like a power rusher, like outside linebacker, like a TJ Watt type of player. I'm not saying he's going to be the next TJ Watt, but that play style,
Yeah.
3-4 defense.
So who's your guess with what the Seahawks do?
I think they go Dallas Turner. They did a lot. I think they have a good secondary. Jamal Adams, 2 good corners. They got rid of Jordan Brooks. I mean, they could go line. Could always use more, but they need more like interior linemen. Their left tackles, like I think they drafted him in the first round like 2 years ago.
Who's the other? Oh, Byron Murphy.
What?
Byron Murphy. He's the other guy that could go here. I think it would be Dallas Turner, Byron Murphy, or offensive tackle. I mean, Fatanu's still on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry Newton too.
I think Byron Murphy's definitely going before Jerry Newton.
You think?
Yes. Byron
Yeah, they're
Murphy
kind of
was
same player, similar players.
no. I think Byron Murphy is better.
Same play style though, like schematically.
I think
Flat.
Byron
They're
Murphy's
fast
more.
interior D linemen.
Yeah. Wonder what happened to Corey.
Once the Colts picked, he was out.
Yeah.
He's going to celebrate.
Yeah. So 15, Latu, not really a fantasy impact there. I mean, the only thing is, I guess we'll see what they do in the other rounds. But I mean, yeah, they're pretty much it's Pittman, Downs.
I think there's still good value in the second round. They could get a guy like Jatavian Sanders, who's
I
a
mean, I don't think they're at this
deep
point. I
threat
don't think they're
guy.
Tavian Sanders, but
But I think like he'll be a good ad in like the third. I think he'll be like a third round guy. I think he could still improve an offense. And like there's some third, fourth round receivers that I think will be pretty good.
it's tough to hit on
Davon
those
Baker,
receivers.
I think he's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm just saying the hit rate. It's so much harder
Yeah,
to
for sure.
get those guys right. I mean, I like certain guys as a flyer, like I said, Jacob Cowing. I do like Javon Baker, Malik Washington, but I still think their odds of hitting their ceiling is low. But I just like their profiles more than some of the other ones.
Yeah. Some
like
of these
Brendan
guys they
Rice
played
and
at
those guys.
smaller schools though and didn't have like that national exposure. I feel like those top end guys go in like the 2 through 4 rounds. And they're still really good and like have a ton of upside and talent. They just haven't they're not playing at Alabama. They're a
Yeah.
standout at their own school. They're just not a standout at the biggest SEC program, so they don't get as much exposure.
Let's see what they do.
NFL's kind of unique in that way, like the NBA draft or some of these other sports leagues, like only the first few picks really matter most of the time, right? But the NFL
Yeah.
draft, you could hit on guys until round 7, really at any point.
The receivers, I mean, we'll see if the Bengals do something crazy. I know if they get rid of T, but maybe the Dolphins make a splash, or get the Xavier Worthy and just run out just fast, like just crazy speed. A-Chain, Worthy, Tyreek, Waddle, just
Be the
the
fastest team ever assembled.
They could do that just to like cause chaos for
It would.
teams' defense.
Worthy's like kind of a decent route runner too.
I
He's
mean,
just really
I
small.
don't think he'll be good, but I mean, I could see how that particular team, it would just be like, I mean, what do you have, like 4 high safety?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Byron
There he
Murphy,
is.
first player off the board. Wow.
Second defensive player.
Right.
I mean, they needed a run stopper. They
Yeah.
did. I mean, every week last week was like, who's playing Seattle? I'm gonna play a running back against them.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense for them. So
The Rams are in an interesting spot. I think they probably wanted Byron Murphy.
I think the Rams could trade out. Oh no, the Rams I think would take Dallas Turner. I forgot he's still on the board.
Yeah.
But I think the Jags. I guess they could.
Jags trade to Minnesota.
Oh, the Minnesota. Who
they traded up again?
No, I mean they only traded up one spot last time. Who would they trade up
they're
for?
Still giving up some capital.
They probably moved back. They were taking an offensive player here.
What?
I think the Vikings are trading up for an offensive player.
No, I
Or-
think
or
they're
no,
trading
there's
up
probably-
for Dallas
no,
Turner.
Maybe. Sorry, Peter. Hope the Jaguars don't get a draft this entire.
Who do you think this is for, Corey? I have a feeling.
Turner.
Yeah, I have a feeling
Because
that they
Daniel
just saw
Hunter is
another
leaving.
guy high on their board just slip, and they're like, and they need defense.
Yeah. All they have on defense is Daniel Hunter at this point. Michael Pierce is gone. They could use a corner too. They could get the best corner right here as well.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense with what deep. I don't think they're going offense. I think they're going defense. Whether it's Quinyon Mitchell or Dallas Turner, most likely Dallas Turner. Latu and Byron Murphy go before Turner.
So I think so far the Bears have won the draft.
Yeah,
Yep.
easily.
I mean that was expected.
Yeah, but they get a duo for the next decade. That's going to be pretty great.
All right,
Yeah, I
decade.
know, but like
Oh,
no matter what happened, I thought I mean it's hard when you get Caleb Williams and then you have another pick in the top 10, like it's pretty hard to screw that up.
I am interested to see what the Jaguars, like Peter said, what the Jaguars gave, what the Vikings traded to get this.
I mean, they moved up.
Dallas Turner.
They probably got an extra
Has
second,
to be,
maybe.
has to be probably be a first, obviously the 23rd pick, the second round pick.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Dallas.
Wait, Jaguars just traded in. Wait, what? No,
Huh? Oh no,
That
they
was
just
a-
have the
yeah,
graphic
Vikings
wrong.
just
weird
traded.
graphic just came in. That was a weird graphic.
Dallas Turner. Well,
I'm trying to find the trade comp right now.
Just go to Adam Schefter's Twitter.
He didn't say.
oh, right here. 5th round. They get a 2024 5th, 2025 3rd, 2025 4th, and this year's first.
They got 2 5ths and a 3rd.
They got a 5th, a 3rd, a
3,
and a
4, and
4th.
5.
3, 4, and 5, but they're next year's draft.
3 and 4 next year. 5th this year.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot, but
Yeah,
Yeah, they got the 23rd pick this year, 5th round, an extra 5th this year, and then they got a 3rd and a 4th next year.
obviously that means that the Jaguars like the corners that are left on the board.
Yeah, because they know that that's when because you have Mitchell, DeJean, Cooper DeJean, Terrion Arnold, all of them, and they're gonna probably be at the front right after the Eagles. Yeah, because the
Yeah, they-
Steelers are probably going tackle off. Bengals are probably going tackle. Who's at 21? Forget who's at 21. Oh, Dolphins probably going tackle, not a corner. Then the Eagles. So like they traded right into the spot where they're still going to get who they want.
Yeah.
And they just
So,
gained.
there's been
3 picks.
three receivers taken off the board. We think what a matter of 3 are left. So 6 in the first round.
I think Brian Thomas and Worthy are going to go. And then A.D. Mitchell, I guess, fell on some people's boards towards late with the diabetes and character stuff. We'll see what happens if that was smoke, but those are the only 3 that I think would go in the first.
What are those glasses Dal Turner's wearing? Those
he looks
not
like
bad.
Velma from Scooby Doo.
Those are some Velma glasses.
They are. All right. I hope the Bengals fumble this.
I think I mean, Troy Fatanu's still on the board. Fashanu's not. Fatanu's still there. That's who I think they get.
I know. Jackson Powers is still there.
Yeah, I'm a Marius Mims.
There's still a lot of good players left.
Yeah, I'm trying to. The guys that I think they were highest on in like their top 30 visits. I think they liked Fatanu, and I think it was Mims. Those are the two tackles that are on the board still that they liked.
You know what's kind of interesting is I think the Bills probably assumed the top few corners would be gone. I wonder if since they lost Trey White,
The Bills are getting a receiver.
they need a corner so bad.
Brian Thomas is still on the board. Xavier Worthy.
Lad.
No.
I don't think Ladd ends up going in the first, but we'll see. I think the Chiefs are going offensive tackle, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know if they go wide receiver.
The odds, and I got plus money towards. I just saw a lot of things about them, preferring tackle, and so I got it at plus money, and it closed at like minus 200 for them to take a tackle. Your Cavs got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. I had a big parlay where I had like 5 guys to score 25 points tonight, and Donovan Mitchell busted the whole thing.
I gotta start my ladder challenge over. Do we think the Nuggets win tonight or they lose?
I wouldn't bet it.
I think they lose.
What if I
The
just
Lakers
bet,
losing on that buzzer beater was kind of crazy.
if I bet just Jokic for triple double?
No.
A double double? He's minus 1,200.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for the Lakers to go down and then live bet them money line
Are you?
for my ladder challenge. This next bet will be $46.
Oh my god.
It's getting up there.
Getting up there,
I
Nick.
just
It's
take-
getting up there. Nick's ladder's like $1 to 100.
I started with 5. A nice conservative number.
Picks in for the Bengals, Nick.
5 to
Yeah.
500.
What do you think's considered screwing this up, and what would you be like? Oh, that was decent.
I think they probably need some defense. O-line.
They need attack. They need offensive linemen.
Yeah, but if Trey Hendrickson and T. Higgins want
I think
out,
Trey Hendrickson's gonna stay.
I mean, he's pretty good with DJ Reader, but DJ Reader's getting older. And that defense just wasn't the same it was the year that they made it to the Super Bowl.
We'll see. I'm guessing
It,
O line, and I think it'll be Fatanu or Amarius Mims.
Yeah, I'm really guessing that I know it's not football talk, but I feel like the Nuggets are gonna win this game.
we'll see.
Pete says he thinks Jags take Mitchell or Jerry Newton from Illinois. I think Mitchell would be more likely, but I think it'll be Mitchell or Terry and Arnold. And then what's the trade comp? Oh yeah, we just said what it was.
Yeah. 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, I just think these elite quarterbacks teams they like stacking, make sure their quarterback is protected.
So on Mel Kiper's big board, at what point did Graham Barton jump over Jackson Powers Johnson at the center position?
It's Mad Mel Kiper. I mean, he's all.
I
over the
do
board.
think Graham Barton will go. I did take an under. I think I sent it to you. I took him under 22.5. I think the Steelers love Graham Barton. If I had to pick one team for him to go to, it'll be the Steelers. And they're next, right? Or no, 2 picks.
No, they're after the
Actually-
Rams with 20.
Shoot, I wish. Well, I bet you it's. Actually, I bet you I could start finding some value here. Who's pick 22? The Eagles. Yeah, The Eagles, their pick 22 is now minus 400 to be corner.
Yeah, because they're all still on the board.
Yep. I don't know who pick 23 is.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals should go tackle because Myles Garrett has just been giving them headaches for years.
Pick 23. I need to pull up the draft order. I'm going to try to. I already blew money with the Colts taking tight end, and the Cowboys.
All right.
23 is the Eagles.
Marius Mims.
Yep.
No, 20.
Maybe the most upside.
Three is the Jags.
I bet he's happy. He gets to defend Joe Burrow. That's pretty crazy. Never allowed a sack in the SEC. National champion. It's a good pick.
20. The Rams. I feel like the Rams could trade out here.
Jerry Newton.
Rams need stuff. Need a lot.
Maybe a center. Still good tackles on the board.
I'm refreshing my DraftKings odds because I'm trying to see if they trade with the Eagles because I want to pick 22, which is I think where the Eagles pick. If they trade with them, then I think the Jags or the Rams could go like Jared Verse.
That is a big boy. He is so large.
6'8",
Yeah.
340.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's like as Frankie, as you remembered on our draft stream, like he thought he was the highest upside prospect of all the tackles.
I could see why. Not allowing a sack in the SEC. That's
The
nice.
only reason that he didn't go like higher is because how few games he played. Like if there was more time to actually watch him and he continued to have the success he had, he could have been the first offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Man, I think the Rams are fielding calls right now. I mean, they're I think they're trying to trade this, and with all the corners available.
That's crazy. That was the last first round pick. Jared Goff. Jeff Fisher was the head coach. Holy cow.
Let's see if they trade here. Yeah, because I feel like if the Rams, I just feel like there's so many teams with cornerback needs that they would trade with them, and the Rams, I think the Rams want edge. Like with Jared Verse, they could trade back and get Jared Verse, or, well, he's kind of the last edge, I guess. Yeah, but I just don't think Pitt is going for edge. I don't think Miami is.
Dude, the Rams fans are the most fair weather fans I've ever seen my entire life.
I think they should get Jared Verse or Chop Robinson.
I think they should trade back, but I think
doesn't
Jared Verse is for
Fine.
sure.
Picks in.
Okay, well, they decided. I think it's going to be Verse if they pick.
They got some corners. They got some offensive line and free agency. They just need D line and edge help.
I just put 20 on pick 23 to be a corner. I just don't see how at some like the Jaguars that picked. I don't think this. I think the Steelers are going offensive line. I think they're going to get Graham Barton, and then I think the Dolphins will go defense or offensive line. Jackson Powers, and then you have all the corners still on the board. I just don't see how at pick 23 there's not a corner taken.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy and no corners have been taken.
Maybe the Eagles are the first one at 22.
And that is who I think is the first one.
Is it
And I don't think
Mitchell?
I don't think they have any incentive unless they think a team could pass them. Like if I just think the Steelers are taking Graham Barton. I think they will like him a lot, but we'll see.
I'm surprised there's no more receivers off the board yet. And also surprised T. Higgins has not been traded because they're looking for a first for him. Who? I mean, the Bills could trade for T. Higgins,
They wouldn't do that.
but the Bengals.
The Bengals wouldn't trade to the Bills.
But again, it's like the old
Like they
mindset.
would- They would never trade to the Chiefs, you know?
But then again, it's like you lose them next year.
All right. Jared Verse.
Jared Verse.
It makes a ton of sense. They got to replace the Aaron Donald pass rush ability. He's got some big shoes to fill. Dolphins go I think Pittsburgh and Miami probably go offensive line.
Dude, I'm this close to like bet cornerback. They're to just like for the just every pick from pick put $20 from pick 24 to 30 because I know that Quinyon Mitchell, Dejon, and they're all like pick 24 is plus 1,000, pick 25 is plus 205, then plus 300, plus 250. I just feel like
What is it on 22?
That's not off the board, but it was corner like minus 120. It's 23 now is the earliest you can get. I already bet at minus 130. It's up to minus 140. But like, I just almost want to take because I feel like a team could trade up. Like at pick 24, I know it's the Cowboys, but like a team could just trade up to 24 and take corner, and I get plus 1,000.
I'm laughing at Jacksonville's pick. That was originally Cleveland's first round pick. Then it got traded to Houston, and then Minnesota, and then Jacksonville.
Do I do this?
Lakers up 8-0 already.
Yeah, I'm gonna PB. I'll do that with you.
What?
Cornerback starting at 23.
What? Just from 23 to 31? Just bet it for every pick.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys.
Yeah, but
go
you're not
there.
understanding. It's that's where I think the value is. You're not getting the Cowboys. They're not going to take one. You're getting a team that would trade into their spot, but you're getting plus. Like imagine all of a sudden you see, I don't know, the Buccaneers trade with the Cowboys. It wouldn't be plus 1,000 anymore. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you're getting the benefit of trades and
before they happen.
and there's just how many corners do you think? How many corners do we think go the rest of the draft? We have Terry
plus
Arnold.
24, or at the 24th pick, it's plus 1,000.
I know. But like, how many we think Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell, Terrion Arnold, that's 3. What's another? Kool-Aid, 4. Who's another one?
Who's the guy from Clemson?
Nate Wiggins.
Wiggins, the best man-to-man corner.
And this is all in the range of corner. We still have what? We have the starting at 23, Jags, Packers, Bucks, Cardinals who need a corner at 27.
The Bucks need a corner very bad.
Lions at 29. It's all plus money. I'm doing this. I don't even care. The earliest pick you can get is 24, which is the Cowboys. I'm doing it. Okay. I'm just gonna do like $5 plus 1,000.
I just put $10 on 23 and 26.
23 to 26.
Yeah.
Well, I am max allowed $3 for corner.
No, 23 and 26.
Pick 23 and pick 26.
The Jags and the Bucks.
What did you get at pick 23?
I don't know. There's just not been a lot of trades, so I think those guys will be on the board.
Well, I was only limited to $3 for pick 24. We'll see what I'm limited to at pick 25.
I just think because all these guys are still left, I don't see them trading back.
Pick 20.
Why don't you just pull like half your money out of there and just use a different book?
Because they don't. Circa doesn't even like. Not all every book has this live betting.
Oh, is that what you're doing on Circa?
No, I checked Circa. I have money in there.
FanDuel?
But, I do have some on FanDuel, but I don't know. Do they have live betting like this?
I'm sure they probably do.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta finish this.
I'm just saying, like just in general, like why don't you just move
pick
books?
27? Cardinals. They need a corner, don't they? Pick 28. 5. Who's pick 29? The Lions.
Fantasy Pros gave the Falcons a F. They're great.
Can you do an F minus?
It's A plus, A plus, A plus, A minus, A plus, B plus, F. I mean, is the most ridiculous pick in the world.
Yeah. I'm excited for my Bears fans. I think they had a great day. How are you feeling about the Colts?
I like it if he can stay healthy. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, college NFL is different than college. Like, the hits are 10 times harder. I mean, it only takes one weird hit to end his career. I mean, I know that's with everyone, but it's more significant with someone who's already had his vertebrae fused back together.
Yeah. Well, he's tough.
He's built for tough.
I'm gonna check what you said. FanDuel.
I feel like Pete thinks the Steelers are gonna get Kool-Aid, maybe.
I thought the Steelers are gonna get Graham Barton, but also
Joey Porter was very good for the Steelers last year.
But the thing is, Fatanu is still on the board. Like maybe
That's
team
wild.
didn't expect him to be on the board still.
I could see the Eagles also grabbing him.
Who?
Cam Hayward.
Fatanu.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still surprised he's on the board. Obviously,
Yeah.
one offensive tackle we knew was going to slide. That was surprised because
Yeah.
it's
I
just
mean,
there
to
was
be
so many.
honest, Lane Johnson is 35 years old. I know he's still amazing, but he's 35. Like, I don't think they have anyone to replace him right now. So Fatanu makes a ton of sense at 23 for me.
Holy cow! The odds you can get on FanDuel are way better. 1,500 for 24th pick.
For what?
I must have hit some stuff. I have a $232 balance right now. I had zero going into this on FanDuel after all of it. So I don't know but now I'm definitely gonna fire it. Oh, it just took it off. Dude, I swear. I was only able to get
Because they
$3.
announced the Steelers pick.
Okay, well I'm getting this. I had 2. Come on. Man, the odds were you get 1,500 on FanDuel. Although the Cowboys are probably if Graham Barton.
Fatanu.
All right. There's Troy Fatanu. You know what's funny is like all these NFC or AFC North teams getting tackles because that Browns
I
defense
won't accept this
is
bet.
too good. Myles Garrett, Darius Smith. It's hard to defend them. We scared them in a drafting OT all over the place.
They also have to protect their asset in Russell
This
Wilson
is
and
annoying.
Justin
Yeah.
Fields.
100%. Myles Garrett's coming for him twice a year, ruining their their games. We have the Bengals numbers so bad. So Steelers are always a split series.
Who's the 25th?
25 is the Packers. They could take a corner as well.
Yeah, I got plus 205 a second ago. It's now minus 170.
Wow.
Because I just thought, I'm like, okay, there's so many corners on the board. I'm just going to take corner for the rest of the picks. And if I hit 5 at like plus 200, plus 300, maybe hit one of the plus 1000s, like it's I just don't see how all these corners, there's too many good ones. Let's see what 24. 24, they're not. I got plus 1000 on DraftKings, but it's not letting me.
Do you think the Dolphins get Xavier Worthy and just wreak havoc on the league? Pick is in.
For the Dolphins already?
Was this the GM's first time in Atlanta? Did they hire a new GM?
I don't know. I know they cleaned the coaching staff, but Arthur Smith now on the Steelers. That's hilarious.
There's no way we're going commercial right now, are we?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yo, I got places to be, people to see here.
29th. All right, let's see what else we got here. Bet you there's some good wide receiver bets here too.
So we haven't really talked much through like fantasy impacts, maybe a little bit at the top half of the draft, but what do we think about like
Well, there hasn't been.
Broncos?
I mean, you'd have to assume that Bo Nix is going to be he'll probably be the starter by game 5. I would have to assume. I give.
It's not right away. I don't see how he doesn't beat Zach Wilson out in camp.
Yeah, Ben Gucci Danucci.
I think he could beat him out in camp too.
You would expect, but
They
also,
gave themselves a lot of options at QB. I'll say that. But I mean, what do you think about like Cortland Sutton and Marvin
No.
Mims?
no. Wherever they're going,
Gotcha.
I just let them. I mean, it really depends on where they're going because Cortland Sutton last year was going like second round, second to third.
Third.
So, and Tim Patrick's coming off of an ACL tear, his second one. No more
Marvin
Jerry
Mims
Jeudy,
too.
obviously.
Yeah, no Jerry Jeudy. He's on the Browns.
Marvin Mims was like a 10th round pick.
Yeah,
So
he's probably still around there.
I think their value is probably declined since last year. So I'd be comfortable taking Cortland Sutton in like round 9, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're going to be a tough team to play.
yeah,
There's no standouts.
They'll have a couple games where they go off, but
Yeah, like maybe more season like underdog format than season long.
yeah, no, I'm not.
You know,
I
like
mean,
no one really seems that dependable. Just we don't know the QB situation. Unfortunately, Brock Bowers, I think
dead.
he landed in probably one of the worst spots from a fantasy perspective, which is disappointing. It's always fun to have a new tight end in the mix because there's so few of them.
Where do we think Miami goes?
Corner. No,
I think they go Xavier Worthy, honestly.
I don't think they go
Or
receiver.
Quinyon Mitchell. They just go with pure speed on both sides of the ball. So I think Xavier Worthy.
They need to shore up their offensive line too, though.
That's true. They need a guard.
I could see Barton going here.
Yeah, I can see Barton, Jackson Powers Johnson would be my two guesses for sure.
Where'd Christian Wilkins go?
He's gone.
Where?
Where did he go?
All right, they're going defense here. Look at all these exits.
Oh, Raiders. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that's why I was saying their defense.
Really?
Yeah, I knew that they got someone on defense. That's why I was saying like
I completely missed
I can
that.
see why Bowers like.
Yeah. Dolphins. Oh. All right.
Interesting.
Chop Robinson. Well, they lost pretty much their entire interior defensive line and linebacker. Jerome Baker was so good.
I just did the same thing where I was taking corner plus money. Wide receiver, you can get it like plus 2,000 in some of these last picks. And I just don't see how Worthy, Brian Thomas, or someone doesn't go. So I was just going down the list and betting all the receiver. Because like
Jacksonville didn't get any new receivers, have they?
Let's see what the Eagles do.
Do you guys know? Has Jacksonville gotten any receivers?
Quez Watkins, maybe? I don't know.
There's no way they take there is a way they take a receiver here, but
yeah, the Jaguars depth chart is Gabe Davis. That's right. They have Zay Jones, Gabe, and Kirk. Let's see what happens here. I have them to take a corner. This is when my run of taking corner the rest of the draft started.
Yeah. So
And it
I
was
have
like
20. I
plus
have
money for all of them.
23 and 25. Were you able to get it at 22 as well?
Yeah.
Chop Robinson.
Which the only tackles really left. I mean, there are quite a few that could go, like Graham Barton, Jackson Powers, Tyler Guyton,
Yeah, I could see them going and getting a center. They need to replace Jason
Jordan
Kelce.
Morgan, Kingsley Sumacha.
I think these are all guys like good for second round.
But I have a feeling like the rest of the draft is the rest of the tackles, the receivers, and the corners. Like, I don't see defensive guys going the rest of the draft.
I don't think there's going to be any trades because there's so many options.
I
Unless
think we
someone's
might.
trading up.
Yeah. Like someone trading in their second round pick.
Wait, corner at number 20. What was the one at? Oh, is it 24? That was plus 1,500. Yeah, where Dallas is. I need if someone could trade with Dallas and take a corner, that would be nice.
So what picks did you take? 22 through what? 27?
I think 32. I did receiver.
You put $5 on each of them?
Yeah, and then I went through receiver as well.
50. So you put $50 down. How many do you need to hit to break even? 2?
It just depends on which odds hit. But like I just as long as like 3 receivers and those corners we mentioned go, I think it would be a profit. Because most of them were like plus 200 or longer, some plus 500. Like if I hit one at plus 500, I mean that covers 5 picks right there. Pick is in.
I could see them like taking Nate Wiggins and just not even getting one of the top corners. Howie's been fumbling the bag for a couple of
This
years
is when
now.
my corner run starts. I'm gonna if they take Quinyon Mitchell, Frankie's gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be like, nice bust.
All right, this is probably my my last pick here.
All right.
I have to do a bid whale.
Well, thanks for joining us on this fine evening.
Yeah, you know
See you
when you got a
Eagles.
when you got a 6-week-old, you only get your rooms for so long before they demand it. So if the Colts do trade a back in, I'll be jumping back in as soon as I possibly can. I don't see that happening, but never say never.
There's a lot of good corners. I could actually see that. Trade with
Good.
Dallas or something.
We don't ever trade up in the draft, though. That's the thing. We just trade back.
What time does the draft start tomorrow? Is it in the morning?
No. It's
No,
it's
it's like-
at night.
Saturday
Yeah,
starts in
around
the
the same
morning.
time.
Saturday starts at like noon.
Pick is in.
I wouldn't hate if they passed on a corner.
Imagine you're sweating first corner taken.
Just all night.
wonder what the odds were for Michael Penix to go to the Falcons.
I took like I said,
they could totally get
I thought
Tyler
the Falcons were
Baker.
targeting a quarterback, but I took Rattler plus 2,800. But I was close to doing because I thought the Seahawks and the Falcons were two sleeper teams to be at quarterback. Now I didn't think they would go at 8. I thought the Falcons maybe trade way back and take them, but that was crazy.
It's so stupid that they're playing in Brazil.
Odds are already out, -1.5 spread.
A lot of good players left.
I'm surprised the Steelers didn't get Graham Barton.
Oh, come on. Let's like.
But no, wait, they got Fatata. I
Always-
get that makes sense. I knew they had to go offensive line. Jaguars are probably a little bummed if I mean, they're probably got to 23 knowing that they're going to get one of their top like 2 corners,
Yeah.
but they probably wanted Mitchell, I'm guessing. Unless they
Oh my
like
God, he's
Graham.
calling. And
Quinion Mitchell.
you're such a troll, PB.
I
All
mean,
right,
I don't think he's and Frankie's high on him and he can be high on him. That's fine. I mean, if I was high on a guy and someone else wasn't and I got my guy, I would be thrilled. Like I don't care what anyone else says, but I think he's a bust.
All right, everyone. Till the next time.
Gotta sweat these corner picks now.
All right, boys.
Alrighty. Adios, mellow out.
See you next time.
Quinion Mitchell. I mean, he's very fast.
He's just a traits pick. Like he would play like he's the type of guy that he plays so back in coverage and quarterbacks would consistently throw it at him because he would be able to like get to the ball quick enough. And I don't think that's going to work to the NFL at the NFL level. And he would fall for those like double moves, like because he plays like, receiver here. He plays, I can't get on screen. He plays like way far back. And so he's able to get to the ball. But whenever those receivers have those good double moves, he falls for it and they blow past him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's something they teach up, but
And that's why he forced so many like incompletions because he was good at, disguising like what he was doing. But the problem is like at the NFL level, I don't think quarterbacks are just way better. Like again, he was playing it with such weak competition that it was able to work.
yeah. All right, so you're 1 for 1.
Yeah, for corners. Now we have this is one that I am hoping. Oh yeah, 23.
So I have 23 and 26. I think we see a run here on corners. I think Dallas probably gets a receiver. Green Bay definitely does not need a wide receiver.
What pick is this?
We're on 23 for the Jags.
Yeah, I have it at -130.
We can grab a water real quick.
Yeah, pick 23. Do I have a wide receiver here? Did I bet that? My bets. All right. We'll see what the Jags do here. But I'm really hoping for the next one if the Cowboys trade back
Yeah.
because I got +1.
So did you take wide receiver and corner?
No, unfortunately, at this pick, I was only able to get corner before I decided to go and bet. I think the receiver run, I forget when
I mean, they
that's.
could start the receiver run here. Them and Dallas.
Yeah, I mean Dallas. I have what pick are they? 25, 20.
Yeah. No, they're 24.
I think I started the receiver run at like 25.
There it goes. Wide receiver run. Brian Thomas. I kind of figured they were going to replace Calvin Ridley.
I mean, I'm not high on him. I think he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, but it's like a Zay Jones. Just that deep threat. Someone who could run a streak route. You know who he kind of reminds me of is Devontae Parker. So how are you feeling about Drake May?
I just think, he's got some upside, but
I think he's going to have a
I'm
really
not.
tough first year.
How worked up do you think Frankie's getting over these texts? I said, he said, y'all wilding for not liking this guy. He's legit. PB, you're a total bum. And I said, if you're excited, then be excited. I just wouldn't be. I still see Dak thrashing that secondary. Maybe Danny Dimes and Daniels now. He's getting so worked up.
I mean, they need like 3 corners.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna laugh because I know Quinyon Mitchell is a guy that you'll get a double move pulled on and it'll go for like 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Thomas is just not a guy I'm high on. I don't know why Corey's saying wow, shocked, bust, thought they would go defense. He
He's
literally
talking about
wanted,
Brian Thomas to the
yes,
to
he
the
wanted
Jags.
Brian Thomas to the Colts. That was one of his, and I never understand Corey. Like in the first video we did ranking wide receivers, he's talking about him being a Corey Davis and blah blah blah. And like I agreed kind of with him. Like I don't think he's gonna be good. And then he's this morning, like one of the prospects he wanted was Brian Thomas. And now it's because he goes to his rival team, he's a bust. It just doesn't follow. It never does.
I think it makes no.
I know he's pissed that he's not on here talking.
He's walking back on that comment for sure. I think it's something the Jags almost needed to do because
I don't think they needed to go. They just got rid of. They traded him or free agent, whatever. Their Darius Williams is a Ram now, and they need a corner. Like and with Dejon and Teron Arnold's,
let me pull up their depth chart.
I mean, Brian Thomas, yeah, maybe he's gonna when he's playing the Colts, maybe because they have legit no one in their secondary.
So they have Trayvon Walker, Tyson Campbell, Darnell Savage.
They got Latu, but like their secondary is still like you better hope they get after the passer to Lawrence because. I mean, Brian Thomas is still a guy that if there's any team that he could put up 200 yards against, it's the Colts.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's just like a one-trick pony. He's going to he's probably he's a better best ball target than redraft because he's going to get you like 0 or he could get you 3 for 120 and 2. But I just don't think he's going to be good at the NFL level. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. This is where the Cowboys pick. And I'm hoping they trade. Please trade. This would start a nice little run with my picks here. No, you don't have a secondary, Corey. You really don't. Like it's so bad. And you can't win anything until you fix that. Like you're in the AFC with you think Patrick Mahomes in a game where he just needs to keep pace with the Colts is not winning? Like, come on. Or Joe Burrow. It's just not happening. It's fixed, unlike your hairline. No, Corey, the Colts, they're getting there. They got Anthony Richardson last year. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. They need corners. Like, it's just how it is. If you land some if the Colts land some stud corners, whether it be through trades or draft in the next coming years, and Richardson taps into a ceiling, you're a contender. But until then, just not. Like, you might have your first colonoscopy before the Colts are good. Detroit trades with Dallas.
You called it.
Let's go. And Detroit needs a corner. These odds were plus 1,500 on FanDuel. Unfortunately, I saw it. I tried to do it again on FanDuel, and that locked on me. But it was I got it at plus 1,000. I think I got $3.50 to win 35. That covers, I think, 7 of my picks. So as long as another corner is picked with plus odds, I'm profitable. And the Lions have to go corner. There's no way they don't. It's got to be It's got to be
Terrion
Terry
Arnold.
Arnold or Dijon. I mean, maybe Nate Thomas. There, Nate Wiggins. Yeah, that was the premise for taking the plus odds. Is just a trade could happen, and there were so many corners on the board.
Yeah. So what odds did you get on that? Probably pretty good.
Plus 1,000.
Plus 1,000.
It was plus 1,500 on FanDuel.
Wow.
But unfortunately, I tried to get on FanDuel and do it again. And as I clicked it, I literally clicked submit, another $5 bet, which would have paid 50. So I would have made like 85 on this one. But it locked on me and then it disappeared.
Unless they want Graham Barton to replace
Dude, I
Jonah
mean,
Jackson.
Terrion Arnold could have I mean, we'll see. I mean, Kool-Aid's still on the board. Think about how many corners are left on the board. That's why I was like, these odds, like, I got to take advantage. I just got plus money on every single pick.
Terrion Arnold, Nate Wiggins, Kool-Aid, Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Four guys all projected in the first round, easy. Maybe Kool-Aid I've seen fall a little bit, but Kool-Aid was cornerback 1 coming into college football
And
this year.
Green Bay is a team that could take corner next, and Tampa next.
Yeah. I took Tampa for sure because I don't actually think the Lions are going to take corner here because they got Jamal Dean from Tampa in a trade for a 3rd-round pick. So I think they might go Graham Barton here and replace Jonah Jackson.
That would be a bummer.
They might have jumped to Green Bay.
I hit a plus 250 bet, I think, if
Green Bay and Tampa Bay are both teams that could take linemen as well.
I just the Lions need a corner so bad, and there's two. I get like their Lions offensive line is still good, and so I just don't see it like a major area of weakness. And they think they're a contending team. They were think about how I think they were considered points allowed. Hang on, I'm going to go to points allowed per game.
But they got Jamal Dean.
Okay, but that's just one guy. That's why I think they rounded out by taking a second guy. They allowed
I mean, the lines are crazy.
Yeah, they were like bottom 10 in points allowed. Teams were always in shootouts. If you're a contender, you take a corner here and round out your team. I'm so mad though that it limited me to $3.50 when I tried to put 5.
The Dallas Cowboys have traded the 24th pick to the Detroit Lions.
What would be awesome is if another team traded back into the first, took a corner or something.
They got Terrion Arnold.
Let's go. Plus 1,000.
Nice hit.
Sometimes you got to work these out live.
Yeah. That was their first pick, right?
Yep. Solid pick for him, in my opinion. We'd rather have him than...
You know who they got from Tampa Bay is Carlton Davis, not Jamal Dean.
Yeah, so, I mean, now you round out, you have Terrion Arnold, Carlton Davis, who I don't think Carlton Davis is all that great.
Yeah, because they had Derek Barnes as their slot.
So, like, now if Terrion Arnold, is something like you start rounding out that squad a little more.
Yep. Marcus Davenport.
Come on
DJ
now. I just
Reader.
if the
They
Packers
got
take
DJ
Cooper,
Reader.
what?
The Lions got DJ Reader
Yeah.
and Marcus Davenport.
Yep.
Man, they might be a nice Super Bowl future.
I just think the Bears are the Caleb. I just think is far and away better than Goff.
Yeah,
And
but
then
this
you have
defense is insane now.
yeah, it's improved. It's definitely improved. And I thought corner definitely
Brian
made
Branch,
sense.
they have Brian Branch, he was a stud.
Yeah, their biggest weakness was just how weak their secondary was overall.
Yeah. But now that D line is Hutchinson, Allen McNeil, DJ Reader, both
All right,
2
come
and
on,
3 run
Packers.
stoppers. Davenport's okay, but
Packers probably. I still like offensive line is definitely an area of need, but I mean they have been connected to maybe a corner too. But either way, I do still have some bets. I think I missed on the Graham Barton bet. I don't under 22. But I have I have Jordan Morgan and Kingsley Sumacha to go in the first round. I took those last night.
who was the
But
first
I mean
one you said?
Jackson Powers Johnson and Graham Barton are on the board still.
Yeah.
But what'd you say?
Who was the first player you said?
I took last night. Well, I took 3. One of them was limited. Patrick Paul was plus 500. It only limited me like $3. But then I was able to get like 20 on Kingsley Sumacha at plus 150 and Jordan Morgan at even money to go in the first. Jordan Morgan took a lot.
I wonder if there's any bets for how many wide receivers get taken in the second round.
Yeah, I'd like to take an over on that.
Because there's a lot of really good wide receivers left.
I mean, the Bills, it's still like the Bills or the Chiefs.
Ladd, Troy Franklin.
Cardinals, do the Cardinals just say screw it, get Marvin Harrison, and then go another receiver?
They could. Xavier Worthy, Troy Franklin, Ad Mitchell, Ladd, all guys that have been talked about as first round picks. No linebackers yet?
I don't think a linebacker's going this first round.
No.
I think the Cowboys take a running back in the second. If I'm gonna actually look, if I don't think there's props up for the second round yet, but once they are tomorrow, I'm gonna start looking at that.
Looking for some places. Congratulations.
That Lions defense is going to be nice. Good fantasy defense as well. They're going to have to – teams will have to pass a lot against them.
Ravens are 30th. Fran is 31. Really need Tampa and Arizona to take corners. Yeah, because the Bills, I think the Bills are getting Worthy or AD Mitchell. Then we could see, I mean, could see tackles just go on a run at the end with Jackson Powers. I mean, the Cowboys would probably get Jackson Powers, or yeah, I mean, the Cowboys are thrilled right now.
Whoa, Jordan Morgan.
Yep, that was one of the guys.
All right, Tampa Bay, get yourself a corner.
You had this pick too, right?
Yeah.
What odds did you
You
get?
got a plus 500. Plus 300, 10 to 40. I think Green Bay going so far last year was kind of a fluke. Do you believe in Jordan Love?
No. Do not believe in Jordan Love.
I think Jaden Reed's awesome.
Yeah, I like him. What pick is this number?
We're on 26.
27. I got plus 250. It would benefit me for the Bills to trade to 27 and take a receiver. Because the only two linemen, well, Jackson Powers, Graham Barton, and Kingsley are like the last three. So you could see the Cowboys, San Fran. I mean, you could see the Cowboys, Ravens, and San Fran. I'm pretty sure the only thing left, it's going to be corners, O-line, receiver. Defense is done. I don't think any defense or like edge, D linemen. I think those are done this round.
If Cooper DeJean is there for the Bills,
I really want the Bills to trade up, take a receiver, whether it's, I think.
where are they going to trade up? They're with Arizona? Arizona's not going to take – neither of these teams are taking a wide receiver. It's
Yeah,
just
but what if the Chiefs were to move up? That's what you're talking about. It's you're blocking. If you think, like, let's say Worthy is super high on your board, and you're like, the Chiefs could literally go get Worthy one pick ahead of me, and I have him. You trade with them and get your. And I guarantee the Cardinals are playing that card. Like you're saying, like, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are on the phone. They want them. That's how you get them to move up. And this is the area of the draft where I think you might see a few more trades starting at Arizona, because of the receivers, especially Worthy, in my opinion, that teams want, like the Bills, the Chiefs. Who knows if 49ers are actually getting rid of Ayuk or Debo.
Yeah.
Really would like the Cardinals to trade or take a corner. Who's the number 29 pick? Oh, the freaking Cowboys. Great. Man, that would be crazy if Cooper. I mean, it seems like one of these corners could slip.
Yeah.
Like Cooper, Kool-Aid, Nate.
I think the Bucks get one here.
I hope so.
Me too.
I really would like Xavier Worthy or Eddie Mitchell to go to the Bills for some of my bets. I think Xavier Worthy is who I want.
To the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, I have under 28.5 on AD Mitchell, but I also have Xavier Worthy to go under 31.5 and to go ahead of AD Mitchell.
Come on. Damn. Graham Barton.
Damn it. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess teams are just going to keep teeing off on that defense.
It's crazy.
Got to protect Baker, I guess. Oh, wow. Cardinals had their pick instantly. It has to be a corner.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, I mean, they would get Marvin Harrison, Cooper DeJean, Marvin Harrison, Kool-Aid, Marvin Harrison, Nate. There's a lot of corners there. They need a corner.
Unless they go like Jackson Powers Johnson.
Yeah, or him.
What do you think the Cowboys are going to do?
Jackson Powers Johnson, if he's there. For
Yeah.
sure. Now that they saw Graham Barton and Jordan Morgan go off the board.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs they're probably left with that guy from Oklahoma, Tyler Guyton. What? Darius Robinson. Wow.
A bit of a reach there.
A little bit. Interesting. He's a big guy.
Man. What are the Bills going to do? What are the Cowboys going to do? Do you think the Bills go receiver here?
I think they go corner.
Ah,
There's so many receivers left.
yes, but like that once there's a run and then there's not. And if you have a guy that you like,
Hmm. I could see Baltimore getting a corner. I'd be so mad if they got like Cooper DeJean.
with Kyle Hamilton, no, I
With
don't think.
Kyle
I think they would.
Hamilton.
I think Baltimore would be more likely to go Kool-Aid or someone like that.
Yeah, they might go Nate Wiggins and get like a Marcus.
To me, the
Peters
Ravens
type
were
guy.
always a candidate to trade back too, because, like I said, I didn't think there was any glaring weakness, like something. I thought it was just like whatever best falls to them, or trade back and still get some value. That's kind of still
Yeah,
makes sense.
they're
to me.
kind of the team that they're just like in a perfect position to just take best available player.
The Bills have traded the pick.
I hope it's the Browns.
Who do you want the Browns to get here?
Xavier Worthy.
Really? Not so sure you want that.
Or Tyler Guyton. Maybe another edge guy like Ed Cooper. They traded with the Chiefs.
Oh wow. Are the Chiefs about to
The
get
Bills
old?
are a disaster. Unreal. Do you think they get Tyler Guyton here?
Oh yeah, I forgot Guyton is another
Yeah, Creed Humphrey. They got
I do think they go offensive tackle. I think they're gonna get Guyton or Kingsley Sumacha. But I wouldn't be surprised if they got Worthy. Worthy would be my pick if they go receiver. What do you think people are going to say if Worthy goes to the Chiefs?
that will be amazing. And he will.
I mean, I'm not so hot on him, and
I feel like Cooper DeJean is a good player for them.
I would be kind of excited if they went just from the best ball perspective, because I think Xavier Worthy would get really high, and I would have 0 of him. I would literally just full fade Xavier Worthy,
Yeah.
and I think people would just be fawning over him, and I don't think he's going to be good. Obviously, when you're with Mahomes, increases your odds of looking better.
Big time. He made MVS relevant.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have probably some big games because of what he can do, but I don't know. I mean, they still have Kelsey, they still have Rice, and they have Hollywood, and I think Hollywood is
I think
better.
Hollywood would fill the same role as Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, they would have two burners on the outside and Rice and then Kelsey. Yeah, my guess is Kingsley Sumacha, Tyler Guyton, Xavier
Yeah,
Worthy.
I think they jumped for a lineman because Dallas probably takes one. Baltimore could.
Yeah, Dallas is just Jackson Bowers Johnson, I think, is just like they're just like, come on, make it to us. I think they would go Tyler Guyton if they had to, but I think they really want Jackson Bowers Johnson. Oh wait, I think I had a receiver bet here. What draft pick is this?
28.
Hopefully I did. I bet you this was like one of the picks I didn't.
5 more.
I probably didn't bet receiver here because it was the Bills and it was probably too favored odds. 28. Yeah, I didn't have a receiver here, unfortunately.
Do you have any? How many second round picks do you guys have? Just one?
I'd have to look.
Let's see what the second round looks like. So the Panthers have the 33rd. And then it's pretty much the same order. Panthers have 33rd and 39. The Saints pick at 13th pick. You guys just have one. The Texans have 2. Panthers have 2.
Oh, let's go. I did have the exact 5 in a row. That's what was one of the one I had. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison, Joe Alt, 10 to win 95.
Nice.
Nice. That's what made up. So FanDuel, I profited like 70.
There you go.
I gotta look at, although I still have some bets that could hit with these last corner wide receiver ones. I gotta look at BetMGM, Circa, and DraftKings still, and FanDuel. Or no, FanDuel. I looked. I have BetMGM, Circa, and DraftKings. Oh wow.
Still watching this Lakers Nuggets game, waiting a live bet, but it's been close the whole time.
Wow. You see who they took?
They're just announcing it. There he is. He is so pumped right now.
Oh, I know. I mean, who wouldn't be? 4 whatever speed. I mean, Mahomes is probably just like, hopefully I can turn you into.
The next
I mean,
Tyreek Hill.
he's gonna have crazy speed.
He's only 20 years old. I love that for him. .421 combine record. Of course, the Bills like trade to give the Chiefs another playmaker. That's so funny. The Bills are kind of a disaster of an organization right now.
I mean, I think they benefited from this trade with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They benefited from this trade, not getting Worthy, giving Worthy to the Chiefs. I don't think Worthy's going to be good.
I think he's going to be good. He'll be a playmaker.
Nick, you back and forth on him. You literally have said you
With
thought
Mahomes,
yeah, anyone's gonna look better, but like at the end of the day, like if I think you're not a good like gonna I think he's
a good player. I don't
He
think he's
just
a wide
won.
receiver one, but he's just small.
he's just gonna open things up for Hollywood, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, he's a decent route runner. The whole league is so pissed at Buffalo right now.
Oh, this for sure is gonna be all of the talk for like
Oh,
Best
yeah.
Ball Mania launches. Just you wait to see how high Xavier Worthy goes.
We should run a draft right now and just take
It
Xavier
hasn't
Worthy.
launched yet.
There's no pools open.
No, all the pre-draft ones closed. There might be something on there. I don't know, but Best Ball Mania is gonna launch, and Xavier Worthy. Watch, he'll go like higher than Hollywood because he's the fresh new toy. People are pumped. I'm just going to take all the Hollywood. I will literally won't draft Xavier Worthy on a single team this year.
What do you think? He's like fourth rounder?
No, I don't think he'll go. I mean, if he goes that early, I'll be so happy that people are taking him there. But
It's Mahomes with like people are going to be so intrigued with Mahomes and the fastest
yeah, I know.
person in the league.
Oh, Cowboys pick. It's got to be Jackson Powers.
Tyler Guyton.
Wow.
Tyler Guyton's not even the biggest guy in that room right there.
So Jackson Powers Johnson maybe falling out of the or no, they got the Buffalo picks at
32.
oh yeah, 32. Please take a corner, Ravens. Give me some more juice with my money.
Maybe San Fran goes corner. Or like Jerry Newton.
What?
Maybe like Jerry Newton in one of these picks between Baltimore and San Fran.
Who are the Ravens taking?
Tyler Guyton is so excited he's going to the Cowboys. I can't believe Cooper DeJean's still on the board.
I know.
And Kool-Aid.
All right. Well, at least I hit my Xavier Worthy under 31.5. Xavier Worthy to go ahead of AD Mitchell.
Yeah.
But I missed my AD Mitchell under 28.5. Come on. Please go corner here somehow. I know. Could they use Jackson Powers or Kingsley Sumatra? Yeah. I think they could use offensive linemen, but hopefully they take the value.
Well, no, they have a good center. They have Ronnie Staley.
I don't know. I think they were favorites to take O-line going to this draft. So we'll see.
Maybe right side of the line could use work, but
Let's see.
they got that that kid who was like 6'10" from Minnesota last year. The right tackle.
Watch them take AD Mitchell.
No, I think they're gonna get Nate Wiggins. They love playing man.
It's true.
And they get the best man corner in the draft.
That does seem like a good fit, actually, the more you said that. But to be honest, I think Cooper DeJean can play man.
If they didn't have Kyle Hamilton, I feel like they would.
Yeah, but I think Cooper DeJean, everyone talks about, always say, I think he can play corner. I think he could play press. I think he could. I just think he's
He
super.
plays that role that Kyle Hamilton's in, like the slot corner, low safety,
I think he play outside.
like other ones.
Let's see what the Ravens do here.
Nate Wiggins, yeah. It made too much sense.
At least I hit. Okay, so what did I have on that? Plus, what pick number was that?
30.
I had plus 350. Let's go.
I'm gonna hate playing him for years. That defense is so good.
Oh shoot, I gotta see how I'm doing in DFS. Come on, please, please. Ooh. I'm in the hunt. Ooh, could I win?
two more selections to go tonight. The 49ers are on the clock, and then the Bills had traded back just a few moments ago. They're still to come as well.
Who do I think the 49ers? Who, if they get rid of Ayuk on a trade, I don't know. Maybe A.D. Mitchell, maybe Kingsley Sumacha. You don't think they'd go corner?
Yeah. Kool-Aid, Lad, or A.D. Mitchell. Maybe Jerry Newton.
Oh, Jerry Newton's still on the board?
Yep.
Yeah, I could see them taking. I think they should trade. I think a lot of these teams are trying to trade back and just like no one's calling up to trade.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of these teams, it's like they could see themselves being able to push some picks back and still getting a guy they like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 picks left, Corey. We're almost done here. Grinding 10
it
more
out.
minutes. 15 more minutes.
Small business days are here from April 22nd to the 28th. Get a free tech check, personalized advice, and special offers and deals, like a free 5G phone when you switch. No trade-in required. Don't miss
49ers, what you gonna do?
for your business.
I would say Jerry Newton.
I would really like for another corner to go because what do I have? Do I have pick 31? What odds do I have? I have plus 550 on this one if they take a corner. This would be awesome if right at the end, the last 3 picks, I just hit all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I have the premise of all my bets. That's why I did it from 23 to 32, just because I was like, it could be trades or there's just too much value. Like, I mean, it's shocking. Cooper DeJean, and he's the most shocking to me, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
If the 49ers get him, I'm going to be freaking pissed. That's
why I think Buffalo's going to do it.
Yeah, or I mean, but I just, I don't, the 49ers, I'm always talking about the defense bailing out Purdy, and of course they would just get, and they actually kind of would need a corner. Like, I don't think their corners are that good, actually. So, like, Cooper DeJean would make a lot of sense the more I think about it, but I just hope they don't do it. I'm going to be kind of really angry. I don't like
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, I don't like the 49ers. I don't, all the Brock Purdy talk and him always getting bailed out by his defense.
You
of
make,
course I don't.
I don't know. They have Hufanga who kind of plays that role.
Yeah, but again, I don't think Cooper DeJean is the safety. I think he can play just straight corner. I think he's that good. I think he's the best corner of this whole class.
He reminds me a lot of like how we talked about Minkah Fitzpatrick, where it was like he's like traditionally a corner, but he's like really good at safety zone. Like you could kind of, Brian Burns was the same way, and they like he ended up playing safety role, press corner.
I don't know if I have any receiver bets on 40 in this one. Let's see. What pick
Yeah,
is
they
this?
lost Eric Armstead, Chase Young, Javon.
Yeah, but they could go also receiver if
they're definitely going Jerry Newton here.
If they take if they're trading what's his face, Ayuk, you could see them go. I have plus 340 and plus 350 or plus 550 if they go corner, and I have plus 340 if they go receiver here. So that's what I'm hoping for. And if it's, well, I don't think I care about A.D. Mitchell at this point. I hope they get A.D. Mitchell. That would be awesome.
Jennings did pretty good in the Super Bowl. I mean, They can't really pay Ayuk and all these defensive guys because they're giving Christian McCaffrey a boat of money. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's Frankie's boy.
that's crazy.
That's
Oh, he's-
hilarious. He is
yeah.
not a first round. He is not a first round pick.
They must love him.
I wonder what his odds to go in the first were. But that is so funny. I mean, he was my favorite like sleeper, like second, third round pick. Like one of my favorites, not even my favorite, like just one guy that I would take a shot on. And I don't think he's gonna be good in the NFL. I think he has a way
He
higher
makes a lot of really crazy catches.
Yeah, he had some crazy catches for sure. And again, I think he has like upside, but as a first rounder, I mean, you had Lad McConkey still around. That catch
He
is
has
crazy.
crazy hands.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna get rid of Ayuk?
That makes me think so. Bills trade again to Carolina.
The Carolina has to be taking a receiver here.
Yeah.
They're taking. Oh, I'm gonna be so happy if they take AD Mitchell. Man, I'm actually bummed. What pick was that? 31.
Yeah.
I was really if I had 10 to win 70. If they took a corner there, damn, dude, Cooper DeJean, is he really gonna fall out of the first? That's crazy.
I wonder if the Bills were about to take him, and that's why they were okay trading back. And then they just got drafted, and Pearsall just got drafted in front of him. You know?
Corey thinks that the Panthers are gonna go Leggett. Oh, I would be so happy if they got Leggett. Really, the only guy I don't want them Panthers to get is Lad McConkey. But I
Or
hope
Cooper
they get AD Mitchell. I hope they get Leggett. I hope any one of those guys. Go ahead, take them. Man, I would have really liked the 49ers to get Mike Sandstrill or someone.
Too early. Now with Kool-Aid.
I know I wanted them to like reach on a guy, hit my bet, but also I didn't want them to get Cooper DeJean.
I don't think they're going to go wide receiver.
They need one. I mean, they have Deontay, but that's it. Like Thielen is so old. They just drafted Bryce Young. Like they sold their future. They need to get him weapons.
But they got Deontay and Mingo.
I don't know if they're thrilled on Mingo. Please be.
Doesn't it seem like the Bills? They just moved from the 6th round to the 5th round. Guess that's not bad.
Well, that's unfortunate. Kool-Aid and DeJean didn't go to win some more bets.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I wonder what the issue was with Cooper DeJean.
Whatever team gets him in the second round, I need to look at the second round. So the Panthers have the. Oh no,
So
the
he'll probably
Bills,
go in I'd have to assume he's going to go
the Cardinals.
the first
Dude.
5 picks,
The Cardinals are gonna freaking get him.
or the Patriots.
I don't see the Patriots. They just, after getting Gonzalez, and the Patriots need a receiver. If AD Mitchell is there, or like they're gonna go receiver. It's
Yeah.
I think
Cardinals.
the Cardinals after getting they're gonna get Kool-Aid or Cooper DeJean.
Hopefully he doesn't fall to the Chargers. They would definitely take him.
And, obviously you could see a team trade back up, but yeah, we have the 45th pick right ahead of the Colts. Man, oh man. Ricky Pearsall.
Corey was right. Xavier Leggett.
Yep. I mean, they were connected to him. I saw some reports saying that they liked him and they would take him, but I mean, I love it. Love it. Panthers below 2 drafts in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, Bryce Young, and he's got Deontay. That's I don't like Leggett. All right, we could probably end this now.
Yeah.
Wait. Why the Bills are on the? I thought the draft ends now, or does it keep going?
No, it's done till tomorrow.
Okay, thought so. All right. No one's watching.
Thanks
That's
all if
okay.
anyone's still watching.
We're talking to ourselves. We're talking to Corey, I think.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. No, we won't be live streaming, but we'll be back next week. Sorry, I'm tired. We'll be back next week doing a Best Ball Mania draft to kick off
Thanks all.
the fantasy year. All right, Corey, end this.